That's cold beer.
And we're live. It's the Metal Cell Forum Christmas edition. I've got Jack, Evan and Danielle with us here. How are we, lads?
Good. Shook again.
I think you're going to have to do this every single time. Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Shook it.
So, shout out to Jack, who's finished his student exams. Would that be correct in saying?
Yeah.
So proud of you, by the way.
Thank you.
Just so proud of you.
Yeah, it's been.
We got there.
How many months was it?
I was just that was just end of term exams.
Yeah.
So that was from September. But yeah.
Wait, do you have more to go?
No, not now.
All right,
Like,
no.
I'll be
You've
back
you've another half term in January or something, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's grand.
And he's
Got
got a hangover as well.
Yeah.
Where'd you end up last night, actually?
Where did I end up? We were in Impala for a while playing chess.
That
Oh.
is so
Wow.
lame.
That's like
I was so hungover. Oh, it's great chess.
That was like, there's like 6 people around the chessboards going, and like debating the rules. And
Oh
shit.
yeah,
So
I think
it's,
I love the way it's like we're playing like a real heavy doom band and a black metal band. It was like dying. I was playing chess till about 9 o'clock last night.
You expect it to be like the Harry Potter chest where they're all
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeah. So what had you, like wine or beer or what?
It's just fucking rake a stout.
Yeah, there we go.
Stout.
Creamy beamy.
Yeah, every time.
Pint of lush, nice one.
Well, that's it, folks. Thanks a million.
it's been a great month.
Christ almighty. Yeah, the last time we were in here, we were on about upcoming gigs. So I just had to confirm with the other 3 here just to make sure that I didn't fuck up. And so the last gig I was at was probably a year one. Worn Out, Baylor, and
In Dally, all right.
Dally, Black Coast, and Hornets.
Yeah, great night. I mean, I think the biggest downfall of everything, which is no one's fault, is just the early time of it. Like, there's no point in kind of skimming around it. But 7 o'clock, trying to get people into a gig it's hard. I think by the time Baylor came on, like if you think about it as well, I think what time did Baylor go on? Like maybe
9
about 9, half 9.
Yeah.
Man, that's what time doors open. But if you like when Baylor were on, there was a crowd there. Do you know what I mean? Like there's I know when you're playing in Dally, it's you know, like you could fit 5 Freds in it or whatever, but like
5 Freds.
5 Freds, yeah. Not just single people like Fred. Like there's Right Said Fred, there's Fred Zeppelin.
Yeah.
That's the second time Right Said Fred came up. It Matt from Grey Stag,
Oh,
actually. He
yeah.
really
Yeah.
dropped Right Said Fred as well.
He's after getting in my head there now, yeah.
But well, I was fairly critical actually at that stage for Baylor, I must say.
Critical, as in like...
And then Danielle and Pete arrived, and then I didn't feel so critical. Somehow you were worse than me.
Yeah, I was fierce
hard
late.
cut,
That's another thing. Like, and sure, I missed Worn Out.
Oh, when you said critical, I thought you meant it was like, I'm just going in here being a dick. And I was like, I literally just went, like, for some reason, like, I was like, my
Young
motherly
people.
instincts kicked in and I went, about Baylor? What do you
Sorry,
mean?
what?
Young people.
I will-
Critical means
I'll leave right now.
But so yeah, your set, it was weird watching your set because, as I said, sparse the crowd.
Yeah, it was sparse. I mean, like...
And I just kept looking at Xander going, he's not going to fucking dive into like 5 people.
Well, yeah,
But
of
he
course
did.
he is going to do
Of
it.
course
Yeah,
he
yeah. I think it's one of those things. Is like if you're in a band, it's great to kind of be like, oh, I'm going to have all these cool things that I can do when there's loads of people, and then if there's not as many people there, I'm just kind of going to get through the set. It's like, fuck off, man. Like, you know, it's why would I bother? It's like, right, I'm gonna. So you only want to hang out with a dude when he has loads of money or something. Do you know what I mean? He's like, he'll buy me pints, but when he's fucking broke, I'm not gonna give him something. Do you know?
Like you said, you have to go back to being a regular dude the next day. So
That's it.
Yeah.
no matter who's there, you may as well fucking.
But
Get
I think with Xander, he just naturally has it in it. Like I think when you climb over the barrier, I think he's very kind of, he has his way of commanding a crowd, and with whoever's in there, if he wants them to come over and do it, and he'll do it, and it happened.
He got the worst fall. My God.
Oh yeah.
Were you
Not
there?
during our set.
No, it wasn't.
Not
No,
during.
it
No,
was-
it's not like he
Was it
fell
out-
during our set.
Was it outside?
No, I don't know about outside.
It was during
but-
Baylor.
Yeah,
Oh.
he dived off the stage, right, and I was watching him,
Oh.
and no, the guys had him,
I think.
but
I've seen
he
that.
somehow or other whatever momentum or whatever way he twisted, he literally landed on his face and then flipped over on his face and down on his back, and I went, his fucking neck is broken.
Fucking hell.
And I went, oh Jesus
And
Christ.
the weird thing is, he came out twice as good looking. Like,
Man, that was a bad one. And I was
Yeah.
just, fuck it, are you okay, you know? And he goes, yeah, I'm grand. And I was just watching him going, if he collapses, like, I'm going
I'm conscious of this,
Yeah.
like-
in
But
Collins, like,
awful death. But luckily enough, he's made of rubber and
he actually genuinely,
you know?
if that,
He's
if,
made out of
Flopped
hardcore.
yeah,
Hey!
if he like, if that was me now, I would have fallen and we're like, all right, see you in a couple of months.
I'm done.
R.I.P.
I used to be made of rubber, but now I'm just like, I'm something
Human.
really. What the? Yeah, no, I'm not even
Old.
human yet. Like, I'm absolutely like just like the most expensive vase that you'd see, but like I'm gone if you look at me.
expensive vase.
So successful, yeah.
But it's
you
always
are,
the-
darling.
Yeah, thanks, love. But it doesn't seem to be the expensive vases are one that no one wants to break, and they're the ones that you realise that if you tip off, they break very quick.
I must say, I'd never seen Hornets before. They were
Oh,
outstanding.
they're so good.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, me and you were watching them together, actually. Black Coast, excellent.
Of course, really good, yeah.
I mean, what went against you was the crowd, but I mean, perfectly, sonically wise, everything great.
Yeah, I mean, like that's. I
Yeah.
mean, it is.
Yeah, that's
We
all it was,
still
man.
really,
Like,
like,
yeah,
you know,
it's an
we
early
still
thing,
really love.
Yeah,
Love playing it.
Alex
Wasn't-
was just fucking killing it on
Yeah.
guitar, man.
Oh, he always is, man. That
Oh,
guy is.
Phenomenal.
He's a beast. Like we're like, and it's coming up to nearly a year of us contacting him.
Yeah.
Well, no, he got onto us actually.
Oh.
we can go back on the podcast.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
check, you know.
Didn't we have a thing? It was
Remember
like he asked and I just didn't reply, which I did. He
You
just.
replied there a few days ago. to-
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Will you send me that?
Yeah.
Those things again.
he did actually. Yeah, it was on the Facebook, like on this day thing. He was.
Yeah.
It was like it was like 2 days ago or something. It was like a year ago when we announced that Isaac was leaving, and Alex had left a message being like, "You've got mail." So I only replied back to it there 2 days ago, being like, "I don't have. Can you send it again, man?" I'm not sure if I got it. Like, what were you talking about?
And Baylor, then for me, one of the best performances of the year. They just fucking nailed it. I mean,
Yeah, it was
so
savage.
good, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were rocking out now together. The two
Yeah,
of us were
yeah,
just-
myself and Dan. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Pete, yeah. Pete was just going past us every now and then. Hey, Pete.
Yeah,
Jeez,
he
like-
was hopping in and out of the mosh pit, yeah.
But,
But,
yeah,
Do you know what I
so
feel
good.
it is for them as well? They had the 3-day tour, and I mean, like,
Yes.
the very next day, they're going off to record the album. It's like what you saw there was just a band that was fucking hungry. Like,
Yeah.
that was,
Yeah.
as in, like, you're doing everything in this short amount of time where you're doing a tour, and then when you finish this gig, you are going in and playing. You're going recording the album. Like, it's all just come into this
Yeah,
one
it's a great
big thing.
point.
So I think
Mm.
right there you just saw a band that were like, every single note they played, they were just like, this is an album tune, this is happening. Like, because they
Yeah.
played a lot more of
Mm.
the album, and I can see why, because well, I have no idea how much they're going to be playing until then, but I can imagine it's going to be more than most people will. But right there is just like, that's them nailing it in, that these are new songs. It's even for them being like, we're going to be stuck with these now, so we want to fully enjoy these
Yeah.
songs live when we're going to record them for 10 days, hear them over and over again. It's like you want to see people's reaction to it.
You
Like,
need to
and
get 'em
they're,
out there. It's time now, so yeah.
oh
But
yeah,
to get people
get 'em out
my-
excited for it too,
Yeah.
like, and being
they're
like, oh, what was that
so
tune? Oh, I want to hear that
fucking
tune again.
good,
Like, yeah.
man.
Mm.
They like, I feel like it will have like a certain sound. It's like Baylor have, I think they do have their sound, but I think this is like, I've said it to lads, I think it's almost more like there's a Turnstile mixed with Nails. Like, I don't know if you listen to Turnstile, but Turnstile are like super kind of groovy hardcore, like bands like that and Higher Power. But then you've got like Nails that are just
Vicious.
just vicious, yeah. But you've
I
got
fucking hate nails.
Oh yeah.
really,
I fucking love
man.
it. I listen to them on the way to football every time.
Man,
No wonder you would.
I'm on the way to work every morning. I'm just sitting there listening to "You'll Never Be One of Us," and honestly,
Yeah, yeah.
that album I've been listening to recently, like over and over again, being like, how did I forget about this?
But it's
Yeah.
just pure noise, like.
No, it's not.
Oh, the riffs are there.
Are they? Maybe I need
it's
to
so
look
what?
into
Well,
Deep.
yeah.
Chunk-
Listen to "You'll Never Be One of Us" and just tell me that like
It's chunky too. Like.
it's so chunky. Like,
Okay.
oh, it's so good. I'm actually the next one we do. I want you to like.
We'll do a feature on
We'll
it.
do a feature on
Yeah.
it. Yeah, we might even get them on.
So you went to Grey Stag.
I did, and Jack did as well.
Oh, were you there
as
yeah,
well?
we
Oh, yeah.
were
Ah, cool.
both there.
I thought the gig was on the Saturday and Kieran's wedding was on the Saturday.
Oh,
But it was on a Friday night, so I was just like, fuck it. Finished.
Yeah.
okay.
You
studying
just finished your
and
chess
stuff,
match
so-
and
yeah, just
fucking-
finished doing some chess and stuff, so I was like, yeah, I'll go see some
Yeah.
riffs.
Oh, sure, yeah,
Tombs
sure, you're
as
best
well.
buds with Alex and Tombs, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a
Love
guy!
that- love that
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
can I just say, I think in the podcast we did with Worn Out, I profess my love. I love him. Like,
Yeah,
he's
the best.
we're talking about
I'm
seafood
starting
chowder.
crying here.
Yeah.
I think he's brilliant. Like
Yeah.
we talked about seafood chowder. No man you'll talk to for half an hour about seafood chowder with tears in your eyes from laughter. Like, and if he's listening now, he knows exactly what I'm talking about, and it was brilliant.
Yeah, he's a tank. The
So there was Tombs. Oh, Howard Steiner
Steiner.
lads. Lovely lads.
I missed him.
Yeah, we both missed them. We literally both missed them because you
Oh,
walked
no.
in and I was like, hi. And you were like,
Do you
hi.
see
And I was
the-
like,
do you see
and I
Steiner?
was like, no. And I was like, I'm just going up to,
Yeah.
Oops.
It's like we have failed.
Yeah, we are the
It's
worst.
actually Josh's birthday today as well. So
Oh,
shout
happy
out to
birthday.
Josh. Happy
Even
birthday.
worse.
I will
I'm
see you
sorry.
the next time. Apologies.
Okay, so
But
you saw Tombs, yeah?
Yeah, Tombs are class.
Tombs, I'd never seen them and never heard of them before. And I don't know how politically correct this is to say, but they're like a woman PMSing. Because and this is a compliment.
I can see why.
Because one minute they're just
Fucked
pure
up.
chill and you're like, whoa, you're getting into the groove, and the next minute you're like, Jesus Christ, what's happening?
I love this honesty. Finally, some honesty.
And it was-
that is so good.
but it's the truth. But they're class, like I really enjoyed
love
it.
it.
Brilliant.
But I was like so getting into the groove. And next thing I was like, I just want to hop in a mosh pit and go nuts.
Yeah.
They were really
said-
intense.
And then I want to cry and give out
Yeah,
to
I
my
wanna
boyfriend.
cry, yeah, and
Get
throw
it,
stuff.
Chinese.
But yeah, they were intense. It was really
It's
enjoyable.
like one of the toms broke and like one of the
Where was Evan?
stands was falling around. So it was
Sick
just like,
as fuck.
but they pulled it off and like they could do a big doomy riff, which they did at start for like 5-6 minutes of a riff, and it's like bong ripper. And you're just
Yeah,
like, yeah,
that's
and then
it.
it's just into absolute anxiety-inducing twists and turns and just
That's what I'm
chaos.
looking for from tunes
Yeah.
as well. Just to
Yeah.
rattle my
Really
brain.
Yeah,
cool.
and like usually I said this to Alex afterwards. I was like, I love you, but usually when I'm watching you, I'm just going, oh Jesus. But on the night, I was like, perfect. Yeah, this is it. This
Yeah.
is bang on.
It was class. They were
Cool.
really cool. Like,
And of course, Grey Stag then. Deep breaths.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, their new stuff. And actually, I listened to the podcast after I watched them, and I noticed like Matt, like I thought back to how does he breathe like through all that, like, and he's just like diving down for like a sip of water every so minutes, like
yeah.
you know,
He's such a pro.
they're so
Yeah, he
good.
actually
So
very, very
consistent.
much so. Yeah,
They're
very
such
consistent.
yeah, they were really really good now, like and they really impressed I think everybody there as well.
Yeah. He made a great point on the podcast that they're a three-dimensional
Yes.
show, you know. So I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's hard for a three-piece to move around, considering that he is so stuck to that microphone, you know.
But I think what he's doing, like, what he's actually playing, it's like, like I think we were talking about it on the last one, where it's like, there is bands that will run around and do their thing, but there's something about just commanding. Like, he's one of those guys that just command his position.
Does,
You
yeah.
don't have to. It says a lot about someone that just has to stand there doing your thing, and you're still just like, his stage presence
Yeah.
is there. Like, stage presence doesn't have to be running around. It's like people are just so fucking aware that you're there. Like, you're always going to be drawn to it. And I think he's someone that really hones in on that.
What about the live performance?
Unreal. I remember we played with him at it was last summer in Limerick, the outdoor thing, Dag des Eve.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I'd seen them once before, and I was like, get these boys on this. And afterwards they were playing, and I was having pints with Matt. Late pints, but great conversation. And I was like, that was class. And he was like, it has to be better. And it was early days for them.
Yeah.
And it was just how focused he was on
Yeah, good.
progressing and getting was just from day one such a professional attitude, and
Yeah.
you know, instead of going, "Oh, it's great, let's have a load of pints," and just be like, "Oh, it's fine," like I'd
Yeah.
be like, sound wasn't great, whatever, but it was fine. He was like, "No, has to be better."
Yeah.
And
But
seeing
you
him a
see-
year and a half later now, and he was, you know,
they're
achieved
following
that,
the
like,
correct
yeah.
But like you heard them on the podcast, like about their goals
Yeah.
and want 3 things to hit. I think that's like very, it's
Oh, that's
very wise,
so
isn't it?
good
Just
to hear. as
3
well,
very achievable things if we work hard, and I think that's like a really good
What was
thing
it?
for
It
other
was
bands.
Play Belfast.
Yeah.
Play the Siege.
Play the Siege.
Play
and
the
Courtney
Siege. And
Keane,
the
isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, like they're so achievable, but
Yeah.
you're
if you work hard,
you're
enough,
getting
like,
them done. Do you know what I mean? Like
Mm.
it's like little things like that are for me what separate just a local band
Right.
to like. This might sound like there's for me it's like goes on different levels where it's like a local band, then you have like an unsigned band where it's you.
Is it like
you know,
kind of a scattergun approach? You know, is it?
yeah, well, like a local band is like just fucking. There's a gig.
yeah,
It's like what are you doing after? I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
What are you
no
doing after?
vision.
It's like, oh, you mean gig wise, not pints. Oh, fuck. It's like, you know, it's like there's no. Like when you're talking to them, like what you see maybe online is exactly up to where they are, and that's it. It's like, you know, it's good to know that there is something continuing on, and
Yeah.
that's what they have. There's a lot of bands that are like
Yeah.
that, and there's a lot of bands that aren't, and that's fine. But I think they will always stand out. They'll
Yeah.
stand out so easily.
Yeah.
I think it was really cool as well to see them play the new EP in full.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
because I listened to Skyburner Inside Out, but I'd only listened to Five Eyes and the Boats once
Yeah.
that day,
Yeah, same.
and I went in and I was like, wow, this is
Yeah.
impressive. Like, you know,
No.
it was,
I actually said to Matt, there's one, I think it's in Five Eyes, but there's a vocal pattern. He pulls off so well, but it's like really ambitious as well.
Yeah.
And I just said to him, I wasn't like winding him up or anything, but I was like, can't wait to see how you do that live. And he's like, oh jeez, I don't know, but like he fucking absolutely,
The chords just to
Yeah.
detach.
It's
And
one
to-
thing if you're
just
doing
the
like pop punk
nuances.
stuff,
Must be
but
so
it's
hard,
not-
like.
it's
yeah,
not that.
yeah,
Fuck's sake.
nuances.
But,
and I thought as well, like on the Boats, his like vocals at the start were really kind of grungy, which is really
Yeah.
unusual for him, and I really liked that. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is really, really cool.
big
And-
range.
crowd wise, we were good turn up, or
Nah,
No, it wasn't a good
it's
turnout.
quite
No.
enough.
Do you know,
Really?
like, I think when you have two gigs, that was the same night with the Baylor gig with ourselves and Hornets and
No,
Black
that
Coast.
was
and it's
the
two-
No, it
No,
wasn't.
it was
that was the
different one.
Zella cult
No,
one.
that was
That was
that
Zella
was
cult.
was
We
that
were-
with G?
We were playing.
Oh,
for
right,
it.
sorry, man. I
which
got
also
fucking.
I
Oh,
must,
yeah, you did that one.
I
So many
must
gigs.
say,
yeah.
I heard really, really good reviews as well on
About
that.
the Galock one.
Yes, I heard.
Say it again one more time.
Shameless drop here, Galock. We're
Galock.
releasing that performance as a live thing
Sweet.
at the end of the
Nice.
week on the solstice I think on the 22nd.
Of course, you're doing it on a solstice.
Nice.
Yeah, and Lorebreaker are gonna put it out on their thing as well. So
Okay.
nice. So
Can I ask what the
Christmas
story is
present.
with the label? Like, how did that come about, or what?
so it's
If I'm not like overstepping a
no,
mark
not
here.
at all.
Like, what is the benefit for you that you think you wouldn't have been able to do otherwise?
So we have nothing to lose by it. First of all, it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
fairly
absolutely.
casual. But it's just that she uploads our stuff onto her Bandcamp channel, so there's
Yeah.
just more traffic there.
Yeah,
And
straight
then
away is, yeah.
she's involved with Jonathan Davis from Conan, so it's like part of Black Bow. And then they have the Black Skull management as well. I think it's Black
Yeah,
Skull,
yeah.
So even onto touring possibilities and stuff. It
Well,
would just
straight away, it's
be-
PR that is just
Yeah, and
you're
she-
jumping up a level on that.
Yeah,
like.
she'd have some other some bigger bands, like she has Pime and Ethereal as well, a British band, and she was kind of saying like we can get on a tour with them if we want
Okay.
if we're committed.
Jesus.
I kind of put the feelers out there with her, and she was just like, "You tell me how far you want to push this,"
Right.
you know. And I was like, "Fuck,
Fair
no."
enough.
Yeah, yeah, all the way. But
Up to
let's
the
see.
elbow.
Yeah.
Like.
yeah. But so yeah, just some good opportunities, like, and
That's great. That's another thing I was saying of being like the difference of just being like, oh, we'll just play just a few, do whatever. Where it's like, right, there is that, like, even because that kind of happened around just when you released the EP. It was like very instant that you
I
were
just
like, well,
sent
I'm
her
not.
an email. Yeah,
But that's all it takes.
Yeah.
It literally just
Yeah.
I'm gonna send
Where's
this.
she
It's like-
based, Jack?
she's based in New Zealand, but
What?
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
well, she was living in the UK for like the last 2 years,
Okay.
and she's gone home for a while now. But I think she's coming back. So when she comes back, she said she's going to start doing like summer tours and stuff.
Okay.
So we'll see if we can. We already have something lined up, an Irish thing with a band from New Zealand. But for like a UK thing or something, we might.
Right.
She'll be knocking around herself, like, so. She just sound as well, just so personal. It's not like, you know, you're not talking numbers, and it's just like chatting to one of you, you know. But it's a real opportunities, like.
Jesus,
Yeah,
cool.
fair play. Yeah, that was because I was wondering
Just
about that.
landed on our
Right?
feet
It's
with
just,
it, like.
but I think that's the best way to do it. Isn't like if you want to do something, there's nothing wrong. Fucking hell, the worst thing you're gonna get is a no. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and right then
Or
straight
just
away.
nothing back. They won't even get back to you if it's a no.
Yeah, but that's
They'll-
that's
you know.
like
Yeah.
that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, straight away, like you being on a roster of something is just like, regardless, even if you are on a roster of like for like a label like that, then you guarantee you that someone from the bigger bands on that
Yeah.
are going to be aware of you.
Yeah.
And if they come around, they're like, well, chances are they'd want to pick something. They're going to go for the first directory on
Yeah.
their own label.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
straight away
Yeah.
win.
What about kind of the turnout then? Was that good?
Yeah.
Since both gigs were on at the same time,
um,
same night.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah.
It wasn't packed, but it was busy.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Yeah.
nice and busy. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah, I heard your ritual thing went down really, really well.
Yeah, it
People
was-
were loving it.
Yeah, there was do you know, I like this thing at the end, but I had it at the edge of the
Candle,
stage.
is it?
It's like an incense thing. It's like
Oh, gorgeous! What flavour?
Yankee candles.
You get me one
But
for Christmas.
I had it
Christmas
like,
cupcake. Was it?
But yeah,
Ignore 'em.
at the end I do I just like that, just kind of close it off. But I had it at the edge of the stage, but when I went to get it and it was so dark, I couldn't find it. And I was after falling into the crowd. So I was just going in to get it, and then I was like, well, I'm in here now. So I just started like walking around between the crowd with my
You
head
got your
down,
thing
lighting
now,
it.
man. That's yeah.
Yeah,
Improvise.
Such
Oh,
a happy,
brilliant.
such a
Yeah.
good happy
Yeah,
mistake.
yeah,
like
yeah. So it's good.
Jesus. That's cool. So
was great.
that's kind of our gig summary.
Wait,
Is that
no,
right? Were you?
no.
Oh no, hang on.
There was Appenham.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you went to that? Yeah,
Yeah,
that was of course. Yeah,
that was
Roundy.
Friday night.
Nice for
Roundy, yeah.
Last Friday.
Yeah, Appenham. Like I guess I'll do like a. There's a lot of bands, man. Fair play to Teletext for putting on so much stuff and having it so varied. Like there
It's
was.
like the showcase.
Yeah. There was like I was confused. I thought it as well. I thought it was like office party themed,
Yeah.
and I walked in and I was like, oh fuck. Okay, I feel really out of
We had
place.
to pay extra.
Yeah, I was like,
Well,
oh shit, I feel really out of place. Turns out there was an office party at the gig. I was like,
yeah.
oh, okay, cool. Because I
Yeah.
remember turning to you being like, fuck, I hate when everyone dresses up and I was wearing a fucking hoodie with a shirt over it. Like, but the first band on, they were good. It's kind of like acoustic stuff. Man, I'll never remember the name, but they looked like kind of like Weezer's kids or something,
Okay.
I guess. But like they were great. Like, I think the singer did one thing and it's wrecked my head since, and I have to say it. It's like when they were playing.
They're acoustic as well, so.
Yeah, this is all acoustic stuff, but like it wasn't like super quiet or super loud or anything. But I think he was trying to do almost this like dark comedy thing of telling everyone to shut up, and I was like, oh, okay, and then he went, no, shut the fuck up, and I was like,
Yeah.
why?
That's just awkward. Like.
Yeah, I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, why are you doing that? But their songs were good. I'll have to find the name of it. But then Appenham were on. Oh my god, I love that band.
Yeah, yeah.
Chris.
You did a crowd surf with
I did,
with
yeah, and that fucking
a
the
kind
lads
of one
the
of
lads
those
in the office weren't exactly
Yeah.
like
Impressed.
some lads. Like I literally was there, and like people were holding me up, and people were into it, and like I was coming up to one guy, and he literally like was looking at his phone while this thing was on, and then looked up at me, and I could hear him go, "Oh, sorry, man," and then just moved out of the way, and I was like,
in midair.
"Yeah," I was like, "All right, cool,
Fuck's
no
sake.
worries." All right. But like
That's the kind of gig it was. It was different.
it was, it was different. Like
A mixed crowd.
who was on? Oh, Bocatono, unbelievable, so good. That was just precision, tightness. Who? A band.
Ghost King. Oh yeah.
No,
that
there was the band that I thought was Ghost King, but weren't Ghost King, but fell in love. Was Hales Lake.
Right.
They're great, man. Just please check out Hills Lake. They were a 3-piece at the gig, but they are a 4-piece. I think they have another guitarist,
Right.
but she wasn't there for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But oh my god, they are amazing. Like they're not
Really
a metal band, but they're like a
kind of harder hitting in some
yeah.
ways.
I genuinely feel like they could fit on a great bill. Like they could be almost like a middle ground between us
they
playing
kind of-
with Ye or
yeah.
us, or like Carosa with
Oh, big
Worn
time.
Out. They could be in somewhere
Are they
like
kind of
it's-
like kind of Red Sun Alert, that kind of way?
yeah, but not
more
as
straight up. I'd
yeah,
say.
yeah, not as technical. I
Yeah,
think, but it's
okay.
more of a vibe thing. I thought they were
kind of grungy.
yeah, but a lot of like eerie grungy, like
Yeah.
atmospheric.
And
kind of
were they
grungy.
the headliners?
That
No,
was Ghost
unfortunately not.
Who were the headliners?
King. Ghost King is dead.
Ghost King is dead. Like nothing against them. Chris was playing with them, the drummer from Appenham, but just didn't do anything for me at all. And it's not. Jesus,
That's down to personal taste,
Yeah.
man.
yeah, down to
Simple as
personal
that.
taste. Like I mean, that's. But I think
It was one of those ones was so late in the night as well.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
just so
that's-
many bands. And
Yeah.
then
Like I genuinely thought Hales Lake were Ghost King,
yeah.
and I was like, "Fuck me, this is so good." And then when I knew it was another band, I'm like, "Okay, cool, I'll give this a go." It's just, I think, like, it was a very varied, I guess, kind of lineup, but it was absolutely amazing. I think Donna, who does Teddy Tex Records, that guy really knows. He does so many small things to bring people into gigs, like even just the giving out Terry's chocolate orange.
Chocolate
and
orange, man.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Every single.
We were
it's
spoiled.
part of the.
Because
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
at the exhibition before that, so we were getting wine off
Yeah.
Barry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Treats, and then going into a gig and there's
And
chocolate
getting the
orange.
chocolate oranges.
Yeah,
And it was like,
this
oh,
is more like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's actually, we might as well talk about that now
Yeah.
quickly, which is crack, kind of Heineken.
And another thing I don't like. How about them Red Sox?
But yeah, so we were all, the four of us, were at Colin Bulger's fantastic art exhibition as well.
Yeah.
So that was brilliant success. He fucking was delighted with the turnout.
Fair play to
I'd
him.
say
Yeah,
we nearly cleaned him
savage.
out of his prints.
Yeah,
we
he,
all
it was
got
a
we
3
all
for
got prints.
20.
Yeah.
I got
Everybody
a-
just give me.
I got a
Yeah.
number 1, so I'm holding
of
on to
course
this.
he did.
I got a number
It's
1.
the retirement fund there.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Ooh wee, just you wait. I said it to him straight away. It's like,
yeah.
you better sell out good and quick because I need new shoes.
I preferred the older stuff.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see one of our own do so well, man.
Yeah,
a
it's
great
great.
turnout as well, you know.
Fair
So,
play to
brilliant.
the Natural Food Bakery for hosting this. It's not the.
Yeah.
I know they do a lot of
Exhibitions and stuff.
like the Kendo Nagasaki. I think that's the name he goes under. But he's done exhibitions there, and it's just fair play to them for giving him
Yeah.
the space to be able to actually do that, because I wouldn't
Great
have.
idea.
It's like not that pressure of having this like big, massive art exhibition where it's so much more relaxed.
Yeah,
kind of.
really
Oh, it
worked.
was
I didn't know
really
what
chill.
to expect.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was just
Yeah,
so,
me too.
did,
Yeah,
like,
it was a
it was
bit
so
like,
homely and
Yeah.
just like
It
I
was,
don't know, it was
yeah,
like-
yeah. I was just more going down to be
Savage.
like, right, go down, just Colin, like the guy deserves the
Yeah.
support, and I went down and I was like, this is class.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I, went
It's
in, I,
so
I
good.
was expecting to go in and be like, oh, I love a bit of culture on a Friday night. Ooh. Oh, darling, this is. I love the way this colours come out at you and all this.
Blue really brings out
But
the
no.
sadness.
But I went in. I was like, well, what's the crack? It was
Yeah,
it was,
yeah,
it was so
yeah.
nice, and like, Jesus, he's some talented man. Like,
He is. to be
how
fair.
can you have that much creativity to like write stuff with Zora and also
Yeah.
like
And
it's
Spirit
just
Merchant.
mind-boggling.
And Spirit Merchant, yeah,
Yeah,
who just
Merchant, yeah.
supported
They did Torch.
Torch. Yeah, fair
Yeah.
play to them.
And be so sound.
Yeah.
And be so, yeah,
And this
exactly.
is
And
all
be
of these
so
together,
sound.
yeah.
So humble.
Yeah.
Yes,
He is
exactly.
very humble.
Exactly. Yeah.
What a
You'd
man.
actually.
I always kind of say that about a person. You can always judge a person by the type of friends he has, and the people that showed up there
Yeah.
that night, man.
Yeah, it was such a
So-
reflection.
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
it's just, you
Mm.
could just
That's very
talk
true,
to
yeah.
people straight away, strangers.
Yeah.
Tears.
Do you know that was actually the first night I talked to Mark Morrissey with the
Oh yeah.
Paranoid? That was
Oh, yeah.
actually the first time
Yeah.
talking to him, but it
What?
just, yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
I've
Sound man.
Nice.
never
bang on.
actually sat and spoken to him, and we're
Yeah.
sitting talking for a while, and I just kind of realised after a while, I was like, oh, Mark, oh, right,
Ah.
there we go, yeah.
Click.
But again, it says a
Yeah.
lot about like just the different people that are there. It's like everyone's there to support him because he's, to be fair to him, he's brilliant.
Yeah.
He deserves this.
Okay, so the real reason why we're here tonight. Let's get on to the 2019 Metal Forum Awards. So for the listeners that are out there, we picked 15 categories, and we all spent hours, days
Sleepless
debating
nights.
and
Sleepless
stuff.
nights, yeah.
So the first category, which we all were wondering kind of how we're going to do this, but I think I came up with the solution anyway. So it's the
Thank
The
God.
final solution.
so it's the most valuable person to the Cork metal scene, right? And there's quite a few obvious ones there, but you know, it's when you kind of, I suppose, filter it down to kind of a guy that's kind of been a sound engineer, a producer, played in countless bands around Cork,
A
and just
driver.
a driver, a guy you turn to in the time of emergencies.
The guy you pray to.
Yeah.
Demigod.
So yeah,
God.
so I'm proud to say, and it's the first year of this running, the Metal Forum Award for the most valuable person in the Cork metal scene. And funnily enough, he's here keeping quiet in the corner, is Pavel Rossa.
Go
Well
on.
done, Pavel.
Hey!
Yeah.
To wipe my tears down.
And here's a big fuck off
Yay!
glass.
That's
What
a
would you call it?
Stein. Is that a
a
Steiner?
jug.
Steiner, yeah.
Is that a Steiner?
Are
Is
the,
it?
are the pickles
Nice.
inside that? Or
Fucking
Double
hell,
pint
there's a
glass.
can in that.
Nice.
Double size can.
Oh.
A double-sized can and a
Nice.
big mug.
A double-sized can for a sound man.
Savage.
So, Pavel, great to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Um,
Are you embarrassed?
Small bit.
so, when did you actually arrive in Cork? Can you remember?
I'm here for 14 years now.
14 years.
I never actually lived in Cork, in the city.
Right.
I was always West Cork and kind of Ballincollig, Kinsale, Clonakilty.
Okay.
So I never lived in the city.
Right. So, first band in Ireland that you played with?
There was a couple of them. First one was called Artful Renegade.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Really?
Yeah, it was
yeah.
kind of
It was
rocky.
kind of like Alice in Chains, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was kind of...
What was it
kind
again,
of
Pavel said?
Rock, Artful Renegade.
Yeah.
Art for Renegade.
Artful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Artful
I remember I
Renegade.
saw you in the pavilion like fucking years ago.
So then after that was Inhale the Fall.
Ah,
That
yeah, I
was
remember the
another
boys.
band.
Yeah.
And then we changed and we made Ziren.
Ah.
Hey.
So that's how I got to know you, through Z-Ren, yeah.
Yeah.
And were you always a bass player?
No, I'm guitarist. Like, that's
As
my
well.
main instrument.
Oh, right, okay.
I started to play bass when I joined Sulsair.
Yeah.
It was funny stories. I've seen on Facebook they're looking for bassist. And a few months before that, Con moved to West Cork, where I was living in Kilmichael. So we went for a pint.
As you do.
Yeah.
Mm.
And after a couple of pints, I'll try.
Yeah.
After a few pints, became a bass player.
So I play bass since.
And Z-Ren then, how did that come about?
That was
Well,
just your band, really,
It was
wasn't it?
my,
That was
my
just-
own stuff.
Yeah.
Was it,
band, yeah?
How did you come across
Yeah.
Chris?
Well,
Tell us
I
the
was-
exact first interaction with Chris. Or can
It
you?
was actually
Another
when
pub.
I was talking to Chris about, because I've seen him many times in Freds playing with Petrofia.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen he's
Yeah,
a great
yeah.
singer,
Yeah.
very good frontman. So I was telling him, look, there's some demos. Have a listen if you would be up for that.
Mm.
So for a while he didn't have time. He was busy with work and other band. And so after a couple of months he came back to me and I would like to do that.
Savage.
So we were talking in Freds.
The
As you do.
epitome of everything,
Yeah.
really. Like.
And he joined the band. So
Yeah. And actually, you're working on Z-Ren stuff at the moment, aren't you?
yeah, the album is recorded. It's in the stage of mixing now.
I've heard it.
Who's heard it?
I've actually heard some parts, and Jack has heard some parts, and also
Fucking number
Yeah.
one fan
I-
over here has heard nothing, by the way.
It's all circumstantial.
I have
just like-
definitely heard some intro parts as well. that,
Yeah,
that,
there's
that
some mad
alone
stuff
is going to
coming
be
in.
the best thing ever. Like
Oh, lads.
driving back from
Really pushing the
Blackpool
boat.
in Pavel's van, he's like, "You have to hear this." And I'm like, "Okay." And he started playing it. Like, well, first, every time we parked, he'd have to quickly look through his. Wasn't your messages?
It was
like,
Messenger,
yeah,
I
because
think,
he
had a
hadn't
bit of
actually like
something.
saved it because he hasn't mixed it. He just had the rough thing of it. And like I was sitting right beside Chris, and like Chris is Chris. Chris is an eccentric guy, and like when you're trying to listen to this, like probably just like the exact thing of what you would expect, like some kind of intro for Z Ren to be. And Chris, his eyes are just like super wide and just staring at me, and he's miming exactly what's going on, and I'm like, I'm so uncomfortable. I can't wait for this.
Yeah, sounds good though. It's heavy as fuck.
It's so groovy as well. I think there's like a new metal vibe
Yeah.
to a lot of Z-Ren stuff. Like there's a lot of like not new metal in like as in like shut up, mom,
Yeah.
but is in like I
Very
guess
good.
that kind of like a groove sense to it as well.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, I'd say there's mixture of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Big time.
Call it
It's like,
multi-metal.
Multi-metal.
like kind of Fate No More even as well.
What?
Yeah.
Really there.
Oh, nice.
oh,
Yeah,
actually,
there's
yeah,
disco beats,
definitely.
there's blast beats, there's
Yeah,
black metal,
yeah.
there's thrash metal, there's
Just
Ed's
everything.
weird.
Nice.
Ed's a
General
great
weirdness.
drummer.
Yeah.
So that's grand, Pavel. You can stay and the rest can fuck off. You can actually absorb some Z-Ren. I heard some of the suits there stuff, and it's class.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's being mixed as well. Everything is recorded, so hopefully next year.
How do you
some
remember
stage.
everything for the just you've got like 10-ton slug as well going through your head. I mean, it's just like
Oh, there's probably I don't know hour and a half of each band's music, but
that's the way to break it down. Yeah.
I know like the bass parts are playing like Soothsayer and Tenton Slug. They're quite simple. Technically, they're simple.
Okay.
You just
Yeah,
have
but
to
you gotta
remember
play him.
everything.
You gotta play him a certain way. That's why you're
Yeah.
here. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ziren stuff. It's easy to remember because
you wrote it.
I'm the guitarist, so I'm writing, and not just me, but
Yeah,
we write stuff together.
Jesus, yes,
Uh,
I can't even remember.
Wow.
So long since I've seen you play. Like,
Yeah.
when was the last time you played?
with
Good
Z-Ren
while
now
ago.
or with
Z-Ren,
yeah,
I
Z-Ren. Jesus,
I think
that
it
was
was Limerick.
was
maybe?
that was with us?
Yeah, I think so.
that
Yeah.
was it was 10. You played with 10. He
Yeah.
he played with 10-ton slug as well.
the
It
same.
was like
As
it
you
was so the gig
that
went.
was the siege, was it? No.
No, it was just
No,
a
it
gig.
was just a gig.
It was last March, I think it was. So it was Z-Ren, then Worn Out, then 10-ton
yes,
slug.
Yes, yes.
I feel like I
walking.
was just
That's right,
there
yeah.
so he could go take a piss. Do you know what I mean? Which is fine. Like we had a great time. Like, but it's like, would you often double duty? Well, I know you've definitely done sound at a gig and play a gig as well at
Yeah.
the same time.
I
You
did that. But
definitely done
I
that.
did double gig in Slovakia last year.
Oh yeah.
Was that at the festival?
Yeah, the festival.
Oh.
Got to him as well.
Back to back
Yeah.
after a very, very bad hangover.
Oh no.
And, like 36 degrees. And you're dying and played 2 sets in a row.
I think Jack can relate to.
Oh, the 35 degrees.
Yeah, get you hot.
That's mad though. Yeah, so that's like kind of with the slug now next year. Like, how do you plan ahead? Like, you know,
We're planning festivals,
right?
sending mails. Sean is
Well, Sean's on
that's
that.
Sean's
yeah,
job.
yeah.
Sean is on that.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get as many festivals as possible and
Yeah.
try to organize some logistics to get around the place so no one...
Aren't
Gonna
you
get
just
broke
the
completely
logistic
with
to
the-
get
Yeah.
everywhere though?
Yeah.
I'll drive.
Yeah,
I'll,
but that's-
I'll drive to Slovakia. It's fine.
You're our logistic to get everywhere. Like as in, like I could imagine you are just like, I think if from what I could see was like if you're in a band with Pavel, once you get there, it's like how do you go back? You have everything in one sound little package.
Yeah,
like, do you
I
know what I
mean-
mean? Like
But I remember when Owen Wynn, shout out to Owen, love Owen from 10 Ton Slug left, you know, and like there was just like kind of a void there, and I was just going, who the fuck would be the best solution for that, you know? And I was just thinking myself, and I was just going, would Pavel do it, you know? And I remember he actually saying it to you as well. And you couldn't say a fucking thing because you knew at that stage, you know? But yeah, and then it was announced. It just made so much fucking sense.
Yeah.
How-
Perfect.
am I wrong in saying that you had filled in a few times for them?
I filled once. That
Once.
was the
Metal
Metal
Days.
Days
Yeah.
last year.
What I want to fill
And
in.
Owen couldn't make
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
And it was weird because I got a message from Sean First was asking, can I ring you in a while? I said, yeah, I'm off. You can ring me, no problem. And I was asking, what would they want from me? I either drive them somewhere or record something for them.
Yeah.
And then he said, like, oh, would you be up for filling in on Metal Days?
Fuck.
And I said, oh, of course I would.
Nah.
Can't say no to this kind of things.
Yeah, no, never.
Going to Slovenia with Metal Days is the most amazing festival
Yeah.
out there.
I'm going to get there.
Oh.
eventually.
It's like
Was
a full
that-
week, is it?
Can I ask, was that the gig with the flip-flops and the really hot
That-
stage?
That was
Oh,
this year, actually.
That was this
That
year.
was this year. Same festival.
I
but
love this. It's like-
They tell you about that. Like,
You
It
flip
is.
flops on you.
no, I had
What?
sandals. We did sound check. We were playing main stage on Metal Days.
Right.
to do with the time.
And it
Like,
was like 40 degrees. It was
Yeah.
roasting. And I didn't realize, because I love to play bass with no shoes on.
Yeah.
You can feel the rumble better and just makes more sense. But what I didn't think of, that the stage is black and the sun is belting into that stage. So backstage, we're going on. I took off my sandals, walk on the stage, and nearly pissed myself.
Just like dancing.
I was just running around, just going
the
to the
most
shade, back to the
graceful,
front,
like
to the
doom
shade.
metal bassist. Like,
Fucking class.
Yeah.
And the white Irish lads then like
yeah.
fuck's sake.
In their pennies, finest shoes, absolutely fine. Like,
melting into the stage.
melting into the
Jesus, so you've a busy year coming up. 2020 will be mental for you.
Hopefully, yeah.
The year of the Pav.
Yeah.
I'll actually, yeah, that's
And-
the year of the Pav. I like that.
Yeah, and sound engineering and recording. Did you just self-teach yourself or?
I was in Stefan Effa for 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
this guy?
Shout out.
Yeah, that's where we met.
Ah,
That's
very
where we
good.
And after that, I did the Masters Music and Technology School of Music.
Right.
So I was into, the way I got into recording was actually with my first band, when we went to record some EP to a studio,
Mm-hmm.
and then we were mixing it. So basically it was guys sent us a mix, listen to it, oh, can you change this, email it back, and I got sick of it. Like it's just
Yeah.
takes so long.
Just fucking do it. Like,
You have to download it. So I said, look, I have idea how I want it to sound.
Yeah.
So I just started doing it,
Yeah.
and it takes a while to learn
Yeah.
things,
I think
and,
that
and you
you're
never
learning
stop
there.
learning.
Yeah.
Actually, like, that's
Oh,
the
that
thing.
totally. I
That's
think,
the thing
like,
you
that's
learn
just
all your
a
life,
great
and,
way to do it, like being like, right, I know I can get this. Like I
Yeah.
can get this. So it's you're
And
forcing your brain to do it. Like
you can technically do it as well. Evan.
I can, yeah, but I haven't actually sat and mixed in ages now. If I could do, if someone wants me to do live sound, absolutely no problem. But
Okay.
it's been, I mean, I have Logic Pro X, but like I haven't exactly. If someone sends me a song to mix, it's been a long time since
Yeah.
I've mixed an actual track. Like with live, you want me to do live? No problem.
Yeah.
But he'll make bits of everyone, I think. Though.
Mm.
I actually didn't mix anything in about 2 years now. So this is now doing the Zero album is
Well, I don't
bit of
even
head
know-
wreck now.
To be honest,
It's getting
I
back
don't
to
even know
it.
how you have time to sleep in the last 2 years. Like, you're gonna fit in a
Sleeping and
mix
eating is
like-
a bad habit.
yeah.
Okay, so the main reason why we're here tonight is for the 2019 Metal Forum Awards. So first award will be the best album of 2019. So I'm going to throw that one over to you, Jack. Did you pick a few or?
Yeah, I went with one Irish and one international.
Okay.
So my start with the international one was Magua. So they had Exercises in Futility in 2015, I think. Possibly album of the decade. But then they followed it up with The Age of Excuse this year, and definitely a hands down album of the year for me. Saw them in the summer, and just like they're absolutely phenomenal. Highly recommend checking that one out. And then most importantly, the Irish one, God Alone, again hands down. Just everything on it. I know we were on about it the last time, but just in just a tiny bit more detail, the amount of new elements they put in there, like clean vocals and stuff, as well as more prominent synth and stuff, while also retaining what they've been doing from the start. So you have the somber moments, atmospheric stuff, and then just like bangers within
the
songs.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So there's 4 songs there, but it's an absolute chunk of work like that. Every time you listen to it, something new will pop out.
Okay.
You know, absolutely savage. Fair play to them.
Evan, over to you. Album of the year.
See, I know you're going to think I was like, oh, he's only saying it. Genuinely, I think Chalice Burner is fucking sick, and I'll tell you exactly why.
Okay.
I'm not really into that. Like, I think we've said it before, where it's like that kind of style, like the almost like the doom sludge. There's so much of it in Ireland, so I'm kind of like, right, I have to get into this now, because I need to, like, I think you probably understand more. Like, there's
Exactly.
with this, like, you have to be varied. You can't just keep having things that you
Absolutely, yeah.
enjoy on, and like, oh my god, man, I love that. It literally just sounds like you stink. Like, like I've said it before,
Thanks,
but
we do.
oh my god, it's so good, so good. That would definitely be my Irish one. I could, like, my other thing is I can't. I'm going to mention Kojak. I know it's rap or whatever. It's amazing album. We'll move on.
You're told.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, you were
warned.
told.
I was warned beforehand. I was
Do
like, "Fuck this!"
So, okay, so
Yeah,
Danielle,
I will put Conjurer though.
Oh, yeah,
I'm pretty,
there you go, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that came out early this year. I'm pretty sure it was early this year. If not, maybe late 2018. But I'm pretty sure it was this year. Was it? Does anyone want to check for me?
Usually, no. If we had a big
Fact
budget,
finder.
we could
If we
Google
have
it. You know?
If we have a fact
Pull that
finder
up.
here,
Yeah,
If you have a
Maybe
fact finder
we
there,
move on to Danielle then.
Look that up.
Album of the year.
okay, so I've like
Had you a
4.
few? Have you? Yes, go. Yeah,
Well,
give
they're
us a
all
few
Irish.
choices.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
cool.
didn't know we had to have international.
No.
as well.
I only
I
found
went
out
all
there.
Irish as well.
I only found
Yeah.
out there.
I just wanted to bring up Magua, to be honest.
Oh, right. I just wanted to work them in there.
yeah.
Okay, so album of the year. So God Alone, self-titled.
Yeah.
Arjuna's Eye.
Yes,
That
Oh,
album
They're
is
on
fuck.
my
fucking
list.
Yeah,
really
shit,
cool.
on
yeah.
my list.
Grey Stag, The Boats, of course, for me. But my album of the year, and I'm echoing Evan here, was Chalice Burner.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that
Thanks.
to because you're here.
Yeah.
And I for the rest of the awards, I've actually chosen to
Don't be giving away too much.
no, just to specifically leave the 2 lads out because they're sitting
Yeah.
beside me. and it's
I
not
deserve
fair.
fucking nothing.
But Chalice Burner from start to finish, you're just like, and then the sax coming in and all this.
It's
like,
so good.
Kieran, what a
saxophone.
hero.
Yeah.
like.
No,
Yeah.
Smooth.
it's really like it's just such a great package, and you're like,
Yeah.
I was really happy that Iron from the Sky was on it because that's how I actually kind of got into you.
Yeah.
The Siege,
Yeah.
and I heard Iron from the Sky, and then I actually went back and started watching YouTube videos. I was like, oh, this is great. When I seen it was on the album, I was like, class.
With another 6 or 7 minutes.
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
But,
But yeah,
So that's
Cheers.
it. So 2 Chalice Burners. Wow.
yeah.
fucking hell.
Cool. So my selection, and there was a lot. I filed it down because it's metal. I filed it down to Corrosa, Arjuna's Eye, Verkalac, and Spent Cant as well.
Oh, yeah. We were on listening to the Verkalac thing there on Monday night. It's
Fucking
phenomenal.
mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a mad album.
Phenomenal.
But
I
again,
actually can't. Like, I have. This is the thing. Just for a little a warning, there is like my brain was absolutely melted trying to come up with stuff. I literally have it written down here. Album Arjuna's Eye. Just left it out there. So that was that is the one.
Yeah.
Fair
It's
play
too-
to the lads. I have it written down, but like the
Yeah.
trying.
So
fantastic effort. Like.
who's your number one, Richie?
So yeah, it's Corrosa, Chalice Burner.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
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 Cheers,
Absolutely.
lads. Means a lot.
Well done, lads. And it's great that Jack is there. So
Yeah.
Evan, present him with the award there.
Can.
A shift.
I kissed his cheek.
Take it.
Pavel, have you, since you're mic'd up there, have you any preference while you were listening there for album of the year?
Like my most favorite one this year would be German band called Cranial.
Cranial. Okay.
Which is
Did you
released-
play them to me in the van once?
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
say so.
that it's like
So Pavel has no preparation. He didn't even know about the award, which has surprised him. Parachuted him in and said, "There you go."
so. If he doesn't mention you, take it personally.
Next award then is the EP release.
This is the other
I
thing
kinda
now.
just-
Was the God Alone thing not an EP?
It was, I suppose.
I didn't want to. I
In
didn't
my
want to shit
opinion-
anyone.
In my
It's
opinion,
an EP.
I
like-
thought it was.
And
but
so
It is
was
an EP.
so was the The
But
boats.
lengthwise,
So that's
there's
what I
been-
was thinking as well. See, I
boats,
held
yeah.
my breath, but now I feel like I have to speak up.
You see, with the digital thing now, it's hard to. Even Chalice Burner is classified as an EP on
What?
Spotify because it
Really?
has 5 songs.
What?
Yeah,
That is a very long
Yeah.
extended playlist.
yeah. So it's not an EP.
I get
but
what you're
like-
saying though, because of the actual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I mean,
so the God Loan thing is solid.
well,
40
Kerrang
minutes.
says it's an EP, so it's a fucking E EP.
Kerrang is wrong.
Okay, so you're happy enough with giving God Loan the EP, Jack? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Evan, what about you? Any?
The scratch.
Oh yeah. Cool. Okay. Nice.
I'm giving it to the scratch,
Nice.
100%. Like I think, the more I was kind of thinking about things, my brain was thinking like, okay, think of bands that you've played with. Because to be honest, like trying to remember an entire year, like for some reason this year just feels so long. So trying to remember everything.
Mhm.
But right beside me, I have like when I was trying to remember this, like right beside me, I have scratches, the scratches vinyl, and I'm like, oh wait,
Hello.
this, and I still will class them in a metal thing.
Oh, yeah.
Just because.
Their history, right?
The-
I mean,
yeah,
the players
you we
of
got
all,
Red Enemy, absolutely. So and I feel
And
there
you've
is the
staged
elements
out
for.
too.
Jesus Christ! If we're doing a list of that things, that fucking
So there you go. Then. They're metal, so that's the scratch for you. Cool.
Yeah,
Great selection.
that's
actually.
I'm happy with that
Yeah.
one now.
No, this is a tough one
It's
for you.
tough for me because it's a toss up between
Yeah.
the boats and God Alone. I probably for like just because I've listened to it more, it's been out longer. I'd give it to God Alone.
Okay.
And I've kind of gotten my head around a bit more, and it's just for I think they're such a young group of lads. It's super impressive, but that's not taking away from
Yeah.
the Grey Stags.
Yes.
Really impressive.
No one can doubt your.
Nobody can doubt my devotion.
Yes.
No,
Some people are devoted to the Sacred Heart. I am Grey Stag.
the child of Grey Stag.
Brilliant. For me, it was. I went through a lot, you know, but I distilled it again down to 3. Obviously, God Loan, Grey Stag as well. But the one EP that I loved, and Jesus Christ, I'd nearly give it to them. It's a shout out to Dan, Noel, and the lads from Following the Signs.
Yeah,
That's an album, though, is it not?
It's an EP.
Fucking what is
What?
like? Hang on
I'm
now.
calling
that
it
was
an
on
EP.
my list. That was.
I
on
would
my
have put that. I would
I
have
know
put
there's
that in
7
an album.
songs.
Like
There's 7 songs.
fair. No, I will agree with you. Fair play, and
What?
fair play to them.
Jesus.
I'm just confused on what the fucking album is anymore. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so I'm putting it in the EP, and it's a toss of the coin.
will we toss a coin? So
Because I think that album or that EP, whichever you want to call it, I know it's got 7 songs on it, but I mean, Jesus Christ, what an effort.
fair
The
play to them. Yeah.
delivery, the musicianship, and everything in it is pure quality. And coincidentally enough, they're from Cork as well, you know. So
They're fucking young boys.
yes,
as well,
they
aren't
are. Yeah. So shout out to them. Just by shading it slightly as God Loan, but Following the
Hey.
Signs, lads, you came really, really close. And for everybody to check out that EP, Far From Over, it's called. Next up, best single. Over to you, Jack.
I'm gonna go with Crawlback, Baylor.
Right.
Just savage. I remember again. I saw it like they played it when it was kind of just when they were airing it last year, and I just realized that they'd stepped it up. Even
That
like
intro,
the
the
drum
like
thing.
fuck. That was
Yeah.
exact because Sean was just like watching him, just being like, "Fuck that, man! My wrists are already tired watching that."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So like, I love Baylor, and I was kind of like very, very familiar with all their stuff, and then to see them play a new song, and it was just even more ferocious again, more
Yeah.
technical, but still as engaging.
Totally.
And the production then again, it's just
Yeah, production is
so
unbelievable.
good, like,
Yeah, it is.
so
class.
they killed it there again.
Okay, Evan,
yeah,
best single.
I've fuck. I have how many do I have for this now?
You can call them out anyway.
I fucking will.
And you won't stop me by.
So in no particular order, "Move" by Gas Hands. For me, oh my god, what an absolute tune! I think like there's like an alternative rock kind of vibe in Belfast that like everyone, there's a certain sound there that like reminds me of like the old Kilkenny vibes and like Curb Dog thing, but just ramped up. But check out Move by Gas Hands. Absolute fucking banger.
Am I right in saying they're playing?
Oh yeah, they are actually.
Time.
And I'm not like, the reason I booked them to play it was this Sunday, Zool first gig, Gas Hands, Audible Joe's, and Red Sun Alert. We'll move on anyway. But who else? I have Crawl Back, obviously. Yeah. Probably one of their, as a single release, probably one of their most aggressive musically and aggressively lyrically and everything.
Well, really uncommercial.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ, you're not going to have it on a fucking Nike. Any other tunes on a Nike ad, but like, I think lyrically as well. I think is one of the most bare. I get bare in a good ways, and like fucking, it cuts. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of fucking vocal shit in that like it is just amazing. And then Skyburner, just because I actually haven't stopped and listened to it. It was like just for the tone of everything. And the lads, they were saying that they quad track the guitars.
Yeah.
Man, that it sounds so good. And this is another thing of like with Grey Stag, we've played with them a few times, but same with yourselves, it wouldn't have been my go-to kind of thing. So if I find something like that I actually just end up listening to over and over again, I'm like, oh, okay, well, there's definitely something in this.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ruin, they kind of went on hiatus for a while.
R-U-N-E?
R-O-U-E-N.
Okay.
Round. But they just released a new single, and I don't have it on my notes, but because I have it on my iTunes there, I'll check for you now.
Is this a Christmas song, is it?
A Christmas song? Oh no, that's Ruben you're thinking of. That came out fucking 97%. Yeah. Written.
So what's your favourite though out of the lot?
Crawl Back.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got there.
Danielle?
So I've got 5 singles that released.
What's your favourite now?
All right, you had your turn.
So 5,
okay,
yeah, that's
5. Okay,
great,
apologies.
man. It's fucking great.
So Hunting Ground by 10 Ton Slug. Absolute skull crushing.
Yes.
It's great. And I shout out to Ronan with the what kind of thing. I can't do it now. That was way too high pitched, but it's fucking so cool.
Can you sample
like
that?
that.
Can we use
We're
that?
using that. Using it.
I think everybody at home's ears are like, Skyburner, Grey Stag, of course. I'm probably going to make a hames of pronouncing this now. Golgotha by Eldridge.
I can't prove you wrong. Like, so.
Nice.
That's the it's the build up, and you're just like, it's coming. It's coming,
and it delivers,
and it follows through. Someone we haven't mentioned actually is Asect with Blind Fate.
Oh, cool. Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
Nice. What a front man.
Yeah. It's really great one to get the crowd going. It's the one that I lost my welly to when I was crowd surfing.
You were telling me that on the way up.
Moshing,
a rogue welly, like.
Yeah. And the last one, they released it as a single. I think Dave edited it himself, but it was a live recording from the Paranoid Pit. It's Berserker.
Oh yeah.
By Aponym.
Yeah. That was his. He mixed the entire thing.
I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
And
he does all the recording.
That was serious. Like that. I think that's my favorite intro of all time.
Yes.
It's just like
Classic.
it's like a punch in the stomach. Like.
Yeah.
And then if I had to pick one.
Did you pick one?
I'm gonna go with Skyburner.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Skyburner just because I've listened to it so much. It's just phenomenal. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I have a few. 10 Ton Slug, Hunting Ground, obviously. God Low and Feeling on a Tick. Yes. Which I loved, and the fucking video. Oh lads, the video was unbelievable for that. So Following the Signs, actually Say Goodbye, I love that one as well. They released it as a lyrical video. And Psychosis, Toss to the Dogs, which is pure trash. Love that as well.
Trash.
In a good way, like.
What?
In a good way.
In a good way, yeah. And my winner is 10 Ton Slug, Hunting Ground.
Nice.
Yeah. Can we get Pavel some info behind the scenes on that, even recording or
recording?
Yeah.
Or
we
make
did
a
the recording
speech
with
or
Kieran from
Oh yeah, yeah.
In Limerick,
Yeah.
from
Oh,
Shardborn.
You stayed over a weekend or something, was it?
Yeah, we went for 2 days,
Yeah.
and so basically, Michal recorded drums.
Yeah.
And after that, Sean was doing guitars, so we were listening to it, how it sounds, and I did my homework and I recorded the bass at home.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I came to studio with USB stick. There's my bass. There you go. And I was done.
Yeah. So again, there that just reminds me, Kieran, because he did the Crows one as well.
And the
Yeah.
sax.
Absolute, like, yeah.
Oh, it was
he's
great
a
working with him,
This,
and
man is a legend.
he's
a saxy man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's a really nice guy,
He's
and
really sound.
he knows what he's doing.
He's a wizard.
There's tons of
Wizard.
tons
is
of
the best way.
high-end gear in the
Yeah.
place,
Yeah.
and
So, yeah.
it was just great experience.
Yeah.
So you'll take the award there for 10-ton slug. Well done, Pavel.
Fair play to you, boy, fair play to you.
So the next one is very easy, actually. Best
Is
art,
it?
best artwork for the release
Oh,
of
yeah.
2019. I'm going to take this one.
Go for it.
My favourite 3 ones. There was a lot there again. So Carosa, Chalice Burner,
Mm.
Grey Stag, The Boats, and Skated, where
Oh.
where truth occurs.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen that.
That's Kelvin's
Kelvin's
design.
Oh yeah, Calvin's fucking unreal.
3 beautiful pieces of art. First of all, there's so much going on in every single one, but I went for Carosa, Chalice Burner in the end.
Yeah.
I
Jack.
went-
Cost enough money anyway.
And look, well, think you just bought yourself an award, buddy.
We'll buy our way through.
yeah.
Danielle,
You
do
tell
you want
someone you didn't make it.
to take that one?
Yeah. So I cheated a little bit because
Okay.
there's one album that's from 2018 that was late 2018 that I'm going to slip in there.
I'll allow it. Let her
Allow
off.
it.
Let her off. If anyone wants to talk to you, talk to me.
So Zila Cult's Spiritual
Oh,
Sickness.
yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Class.
Yeah.
In the words of Mick on the podcast, it's fucking deadly.
Yeah.
Class, yeah. Lockhorns as well, I think. I think
Oh, that's Colin.
Yeah, it's
That's
Colin.
I was right as well. I said
It's
the last
re-
time.
yeah,
Colin
you're
did
dead
that,
right.
and everyone went,
Dead right.
"Oh, I knew.
Oh, you know by.
I fucking knew, boy."
And again, Chalice Burner,
Yeah.
and I'd give it to Chalice Burner.
Class.
It's
Well, hey,
beautiful.
Might get it tattooed on my chest, to be honest. Like, I
Take
was.
so long.
copyright.
Evan.
Oh, Chalice Burner. Like.
Yeah, fair enough.
No
Genuinely,
question.
like, not like.
Sweeping the awards there.
Do you know, I was it's straight away because I remember when you announced because you put up the artwork first.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember just looking at that, being like, "Oh my!" Even if the album is shit,
Yeah.
I'm
They
go-
put up
I'm-
a
I'm
quarter
in,
section,
Like, that
weren't
was,
Yeah, tease.
I think, like visually trying to remember a lot of like artwork was hard. Like, there's a lot of like T-shirts and stuff that are different, and there's amazing artists like Kelvin and
Yeah.
Colin and Kate. But I mean, when I thought of that, they're literally just like that was Chalice Burner. So I just moved on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there wasn't a. Just I'm gonna be. I wake up now on to be Saturday morning. I was like, can't believe you didn't mention me at all, mate. What the fuck? Sorry.
So Jack, it's interesting. You can't nominate your own one,
Yeah.
but can
I-
you give us a perspective on what you thought was one of the best?
I
Not this
had
year.
I have the boats.
Okay,
I
fair
just
enough. Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and I love the fact that the 3 mushrooms at the bottom of the tree.
Yeah,
Did you hear
yeah,
that?
I
You
see
got
that
it in
had
there.
Three
Yeah.
three
Yeah,
miles.
There's a load of
That's
shrooms on the
so
Chalice
cool,
Burner
isn't
one
it?
too.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All right.
It's a really nice touch.
Okay, so the next one is best live performance of 2019. That's an interesting one. That'll get the
There
load
was
of dust, the
a
cobwebs
few
away.
little things I wanted to ask about it. It doesn't have to be in Irish, but I'm not talking. We're not talking about fucking Machine Head now or anything like.
No, I'm
But
gonna,
like
it's going to be Irish, man.
Going to be Irish.
You've been at enough fucking gigs this
I know,
year.
but there's been a lot of bands not from Ireland come over here.
Oh,
and
true, yeah,
played,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Well,
So I'm
you
allowed
can
to
do
use that.
You are,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's all I want.
Smaller venues,
I wanted to make sure
Smaller
about that now. I
venues.
wanted to make sure about that.
Let's clarify.
Go on, go for it then.
Right. So I have Baylor at the Siege a year ago in April on the main stage. That, I think, was genuinely the most perfect. Shout out to Dahi as well. The most perfect sound I've ever heard them have. That is exactly how they're supposed to sound. and it just blew me away. Like, it absolutely blew me away.
But that was 2018.
No, that was, oh, well, fuck it, yeah. No, that was, oh, jeez, it was actually fucking
You
hell.
literally just said April a year ago.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it was. Yeah, no,
Wow.
fuck it anyway. Well, see what I mean? It was hard to figure it out. But anyway, I was going to put Conjure in that as well now, and I fucked it.
Yeah, moving swiftly on.
Jeez, what year is it? No, I have one down here now. Well, there was Baylor at Dali anyway, because that was
Yes,
fucking
okay.
amazing.
Okay.
And I
Accept that.
have the scratch in Crane Lane, because that was just
Insane.
class.
It's
like,
one of those gigs
that
I
was
regret
just-
missing.
Yeah,
You've
that
talked
was
about it so
a
much.
great one.
So that's cool.
My concept of time is like a fucking wet flute. Like,
Yeah.
Come on, Jack. In there.
I have Malthusian in the Invictus anniversary
Oh,
gig
yeah,
the
in the
night
church.
before. Yeah, in the church the night
Yeah,
before
cool.
the siege. So you had a good few bands at it. But some of the bands were struggling with it's just the venue and the sound.
Mm.
It was no one's fault. But I was like, it's a class occasion, but you'd see nearly every band there playing, you know, with better sound.
Okay.
And then Malthusian come on and
hammered it.
they filled the church
Yeah.
with just chaos, like, and Johnny King just absolutely destroying the place, like.
Yeah. Did you see them at Monolith as well this year?
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
fantastic,
yeah,
man.
yeah, obsessed.
So that's your one, yeah?
Yeah.
Danielle?
Oh no, I'm here with a load more. Okay, so Shardborn at the Siege.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I think Sean from Tent and Sug put it very well when he's like, "There's nothing like Shardborn to make you feel like you can't play guitar."
Yeah,
they're
give
just
up.
Or
wow.
drums.
or anything, or
Yeah.
exist. Like, yeah.
yeah.
Upon him at
or Appenum.
Appenum
Or
or
Apin.
They all
What
say
was the other one?
different.
I was like Aponium.
Aponium. Yeah.
My Little Pony.
Yeah.
My little Aponium. My little Aponium.
At Urban Assault.
Yeah.
I was hard to pick between there and Fred's, but
Mm.
they were. I really enjoyed, because that was the first time they played Berserker that I'd seen, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, my stomach hurts from."
And
feeling
she's
like a
wearing
punch.
an Eponum t-shirt as well.
Yep. I
Yeah, to
am.
be fair to her.
The
To
boy.
be fair to me. Tent and Slug, Sporting Memoriam.
Oh, yeah.
You were there.
Yeah.
That was fun.
absolutely. Fucking
That was great
class.
fun.
That was so good.
Mm.
I was telling Mihal, I don't know if I told you the story of that.
No, go on, tell us.
Okay, so
Your stories are always great.
so are they?
As we all
Please
sit
do.
up and
Yeah,
read.
yeah. I was like,
Oh,
go on.
you seen I drank a lot of that. And,
Wouldn't
that
be
was
like you.
that was the one with the caravan out the front, and we were drinking before.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that
yeah. The one you're inviting me to is in April, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just went nuts when 10 Ton Slug came on,
Mm.
and I was like really had gotten into hunting around the time, and I was really headbanging. I went for it,
You did.
and
You hit off me a few times.
I probably did. Oh, I
Yeah.
definitely
Fair.
did. I'm
Leave,
so sorry.
she here now? Leave it off.
All right, yeah.
And I was so badly in bits for the week. I thought I was going to have to get physio. I was like completely made shite in my neck, to the extent where there's handles in our bathroom at work, and I had to like hoist myself up and down onto the toilet.
Did you
Because
actually
my
have
neck-
to just for a week use the disabled toilets after going to see them? Like?
That's unbelievable.
10 Ton Slug are so good they will disable you. Like.
And you're worried about being not PC earlier, like.
Yeah, I really
Don't
do
mean to
apologise.
be PC, but I'm now handicapped. Like,
Bring some wheelchairs the next week.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Oh my
It was
god.
so funny. I told this to Hall, and he was actually apologising, and I was like, "It's not your fault that you're that good." But yeah, it was an incredible gig. The aftermath was not
Jesus.
so incredible.
so good.
Disabled me.
Oh, that's amazing. Like picture that as well with like the band are getting sick. It's like so you're watching it just being like, what the fuck is going on? Like, imagine that being like at your like 1 year of being sober. It's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to a gig, and that's the first thing that you kind of see, and you're like, all right, okay, yeah, it's over now.
It's been a good run.
So I'm
It's
going to
been a
give
good
my my performance there to 10 Ton Slug.
Jesus Christ, that's brilliant. Pavel, what can you say to that, man?
Sorry.
Well, it's your choice.
Yeah.
We'll bring some wheelchairs next time,
Thank
so
you.
people can go home on wheelchairs. Free crutches.
So funny.
That's brilliant. Funnily enough, for my one is 10 ton slug again, supporting Memoriam. It was just great to see friends, first of all, that you know and love, up on stage, giving it fucking holly before Memoriam come on stage, and you can see the whole. I just kept looking back on all these people behind me that you just keep meeting at the gigs yourself as well. It was just so fucking great. It was like kind of like a proud moment that you like. This is a band that you love so much, and here they are, just fucking leveling it as they should. They never sounded so great.
Yeah, I thought that too.
You know, and
It was outstanding.
Yeah, so that was one. Baylor in the Dali, absolutely brilliant. You said it all, Evan, the way you described it. And my third one actually, again, I go back to the Dali, was By Curious. I thought, you know, the album and a band like By Curious, I just didn't think I'd like. But again, I just got into the album so much. The amount of downloads, the amount of fans, the amount of people that are into him. There was a bit of an old buzz going to see him, and then with God Alone as well. That same day, or that same night, I should say. It was just really, really brilliant. God Alone really built it up for them, and just for the two-piece to come out and fucking play the way they did. The crowd was like being caught in kind of a wave of people. It was just so fucking great. But so shout out to them. But yeah, 10 ton slug all day long, for that performance.
Can I just say as well, I remember on the last podcast I said, oh my god, By Curious have 1 million plays on Spotify.
Did you get it wrong?
Yeah, I was wrong by 2 million.
Jesus Christ.
They have 3 fucking million plays.
Wow.
Like, usually if you say, it's like, oh, I was wrong by a bit. Like, I said, I have 1.5 million. It was actually, I was 2 fucking million wrong. Like, they have 3 million plays.
Dodgy accountant, like.
Is that even the same bracket? Like, it was like, what kind of tax bracket is 1 million towards 3 million? Like,
were any of you at that gig, By Curious?
No.
no, I wasn't able to get to that. To be honest, now that was during the old
recession.
Well, my personal recession there that I had to have for a little while. There was a few gigs that poor old Evan couldn't go because it was eating or it was gigging.
Okay, venue of the year. Okay, I'm going to go first on this. So I just narrowed it down. There was a few there. Venue of the year was 3 choices. Dolan's, Cypress Avenue and Fred Zeppelin's. And I went with Cypress Avenue. Because just of what they've done, it's absolutely something to really, really be proud of. And I always kind of judge on other people's reactions that aren't from Cork. And shout out to Peter Rees, Walter, Meldew on Facebook, DME Promotions. I'll never forget how blown away he was while watching Monolith. So, yeah, Cypress Avenue for me.
I remember that, looking around at people like him on the day and just being like, oh, yeah. Another one of those kind of, I don't know why, but a kind of a proud moment where you just look around, there's all these people in Cork and every band sounded unreal. Yeah. And you could see that people were like, oh, there's something happening here. Like,
it's a thing now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Class. So that was my one. Jack, do you want to take it?
I'm gonna go with Fred's. I have big old capital letters here, Fred's.
Yeah, you're damn right, sir.
Despite the size of it. But no, Fred's is...
It's not about the size. Can we just kind of...
Yeah, but you're moving on.
How many people can fit into it?
It's just the place. It's like my church or something, you know.
Yeah.
And the fact that you've resident Pavel in there then as well.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
just the experience playing in there, like every time, you know.
There's no hiding place in there. Like.
No, you can't hide. No, you can't. And it's just defines Cork metal for me. So
cool.
Yeah,
Evan.
I would definitely say, Fred's without a doubt. Like, there's just it's to play there and to go to gigs there. I love it. Like, sound, obviously, Pavel, amazing. I'm trying to think. Like, for me, with trying to think other venues, I was kind of torn between what do I like to go see and where do I like to play? Dolan's. Every time I play Dolan's, it's so much fun. There's usually people like in, it seems with Dolan's, if there's a gig on, they just want to go. I've never been to a gig or played a gig in Dolan's that wasn't well attended. Fibbers, I will put Fibbers out there just because, again, same thing. Any gig that I've gone to in Fibbers or any gig I've played in Fibbers is just packed every single time.
Yeah.
But the one that I have to give it to is Fred's. Like,
Cool.
Yeah,
I have to. Like,
Yeah.
I just...
Okay.
has to be done.
Danielle?
I suppose I'm kind of echoing what Richie was saying earlier. Like, Fred's is amazing. Love Dolan's. I actually really enjoyed Dali when I was over at
Yeah.
the Baylor gig, but Cypress Avenue I think is just so impressive, and it really feels like we're going to be able to draw like international acts as well as
Yeah.
Cork acts, which I think is fantastic. Like, I know they're kind of a stepping stone to further things, but like Steel Panther coming, like they play the
Got
Academy.
my ticket.
Yeah, you got
Can
to
I
say.
just say it to you?
Same.
Yeah, so I think it's a stepping stone to going further, like into metal, and like Monolith playing or being there in that as well. I think it's an unbelievable venue.
Can I just say it? The second I heard that Steel Panther were playing in Cork, first thing that came to my head is I I messaged a few people to see, is there any chance, like, I knew it was like there's no way it'll work, but could you imagine worn out supporting Steel Panther? And I put it in, I was like, look, can we talk? Because I was like, right, if we get this, I want to do a proper hardcore set in fucking spandex,
No.
just to get rid of all ego fucking male shit. I was
I will
like, I'd
nominate-
love to do it.
I will nominate Dirty Casuals to fucking support Steel Panther. Pavel, I'm going to throw it over to you, man.
Venue-wise, I love playing Dolan's. I love going to gigs in Dolan's.
Yeah.
Fred's is great, but I've spent
Yeah.
so much
You
time
live
in there,
there.
so
Yeah. You're like a prisoner of fucking Azkaban.
yeah. Cypress Avenue, I just went there once, and I just caught the end of the Monolith because I was working.
Yeah.
Great, sound is great. It's lots of space
Yeah.
for bigger acts.
But
Great venue,
Dolan's
but
feel-
Dolan's for me is
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice one. Okay, so now this is the nitty gritty. Here we go. This is where we all fall out. Best drummer of the year 2019.
hell.
I'm going to throw it over to Danielle first.
Cool. I am a drummer as well, so this was a tough one. And another thing I'm going to say, I only base on people who released material this year, and
Cool.
I also kind of left out 10 Ton Slug because they could have gotten every accolade here.
Yeah.
So drummer of the year, Chris O'Sullivan from Eponym.
Fantastic drummer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jack O'Halloran from God Alone.
Yeah.
And I'd have to give it to Chris O'Sullivan because he's phenomenal. He stepped it up so much. I think their first album, I don't think he was properly drumming on their first album. So their second album, I was like, wow, he's unbelievable. And then just watching him play live, like he's just like
a maniac.
he's absolutely
He is.
mental.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my drummer of the year.
Okay, let's put it to the drummer.
The
Who can't vote
The
for
other
himself,
drummer.
nor could we
No,
vote.
would
No,
I
that-
ever want to? Imagine that being like, actually, me, yeah. Fucking-
I am
I just,
the best.
man, I look cool. I fucking sound cool.
Fucking
It's like,
six
yeah,
pack on you.
it's drawn on, kid.
Come on.
Yeah, no, I struggle with this one now. I was actually waking up in the middle of the night going, fucking. But I have a few now. Like I had to like put parameters on myself, so I kind of put it to Cork because I could go into, like, we'll say Lango, who was playing with Monuments. I could go into Comfy, but I feel like I'm just gonna have to keep it to a Cork thing. And
That's
I'm
fair
sorry
enough.
for anyone else there. Otherwise, like I wouldn't have ever. I would have just said skip me.
Yeah.
There would have been no point whatsoever. So
Stick it with the car.
yeah, I have to because
Yeah,
it's
that's fair enough. Nobody will.
so I have Sean Conway, Baylor.
Yeah.
The amount of work that guy's been put through in the last year as well is just phenomenal. Jack from God Alone, I don't know what the fuck he's eating, but what the fuck? Who else? Oh, I had another one that I had a feeling will be looked over is Dylan from Red Sun Alert and used to be with Selkies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck me.
Something different too.
Oh yeah, you could hear those like kind of the gospel chops, the kind of the linear kind of thing that he's into. Like it's just there was one more that I had now. My brain is just what I'm going to.
Ollie from Carosa, no?
It wasn't, but I'll throw him in there now just so I don't feel like an asshole. Yeah, I actually had. Oh yeah, it was Tom from Zora. Like they're just.
Yeah.
And now when I'm saying just, I feel like I have to like kind of have a
everybody
disclaimer.
understands you've made the disclaimer.
It was like I literally was like, right, 4 drummers, boom, 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 boom. It's like it was 5. But I was like, right, just think of them straight away, and they were the ones, and I was like, I'm not allowed to go back on that. I don't want to go back on this. I just want to. So yeah, but I definitely want to give it to Jack from God Alone.
Okay, fair enough.
Nice.
Jack?
I have Jack as well. God Alone. I just think every time I see him, I'm just glued to him. I just can't, because like I don't play drums either. So you know, you'd have some bit of understanding of it, but when I'm watching him, I'm just like, you know, I love when you're watching someone and you can't read everything they're doing.
Yeah.
You're just experiencing it instead, and it's just every time it's just unreal.
Yeah, he is amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, for me it was there was a few of them again, and I just inherited it from Evan now, just watching fucking cymbals crashing and stuff. So,
it takes over your life.
It
man.
does.
It
It's
really
ridiculous,
does.
like, you know. So nominations were Jack God Alone, Ollie from Carosa, Tom from Zahora, Sean from Baylor, and Evan from Worn Out. Again, I'm sorry, just Evan. It's just I am drawn watching you, and fuck me, man. I just love the way you just battered. You're definitely the biggest fucking batterer of drums I've seen. Like it's just like fucking, you just feel for the fucking drumsticks. So out of all those, I'm gonna go for Tom with Zahora.
That's actually
That's my choice.
He's
he's
so
an octopus.
multi-layered as well. He is so multi-layered. As in, like, there's one part in there's a diddly-doo-doo-doo. I don't know the exact tune it is, but it's like diddly-doo, and he's doing a like a bell groove on his ride, and with his hats through a 16 thing. It's like diddly-doo, diddly-doo. That one specific group. When I watch him play, his face is like just like he's like a snake charmer or something. And I'm like, I can absolutely see that he's so into it, but it's the finesse of everything that he's doing that, like,
just how relaxed he is as well.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
just his
so
posture and
relaxed,
stuff,
like-
he's just in control.
and
of
can
everything.
fucking sing as well.
Yeah.
oh, he can. Yeah, he really can.
Pavel as a bass player, a drummer behind you.
I mean, like,
Of
which
the-
is the best one for me?
Yeah.
I'm happy to play with 3 great drummers,
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but,
You do. Fucking right.
but I would agree with going for Jack
Okay. For
Yeah.
God Alone.
Yeah. Cool.
Like, it's the technique and control is amazing,
Yeah.
and I like to see drummers that are enjoying playing,
Yeah.
because you get to see some people that are kind of stiff and they're trying to focus not to make mistake, but you see other drummers enjoying themselves, and that's can't be that.
Okay. So next category is best bassist of the year. Woo! Let's start with Danielle on this one.
Cool. So, again, I could have gone with Tent and Slug for everything, but
No.
so Matt from Grey Stag, and I realised I forgot to mention Gat from Grey Stag for the drummer of the year as well.
Yeah.
So Matt, I think he's so impressive playing that bass. And funnily enough, I thought my boss is obsessed with the fact that I listen to heavy metal, and he was like, "Oh, what gig are you going to tonight?" And I was like, "Grey Stag." So he secretly was YouTubing it at his desk, and was like, "Oh my god, look at his hands and him singing at the same time." I just think that's such an impressive thing.
Yeah.
Is it David from Gawak?
Yeah.
He's also in Upon.
Yeah.
Again, super impressive, and he sings for Gawak as well, like, and that's just super impressive to be able to do that at the same time. And Cian from God Alone. And I probably have to give it to Matt from Grey Stag,
Yeah,
because
there's
it's
so much
just
going on there,
so impressive,
Yeah.
and he's an absolute hero. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Matt.
Cool. Over to you, Jack.
Yeah, big old love letter here about Dave. So yeah, I used to always love watching him play with Appenham, and just how technical he is, but knows when to open it up as well. And then I just knew he was a big black metal head, so I was like, any chance you wanna play some black metal? But like the way we've like written songs together, the way they come together, it's just almost effortless. Like in the way he, the way he goes around guitar riffs and stuff, and, knows exactly when to put like more body into something, because there's only one guitar. If I drop out and do a bit of a lead thing, he'll beef up he'll start playing a chord instead on the bass.
Crucial.
And then he knows when. He's just a fucking genius at it. Like he really is. He knows exactly what the song needs at all times. Like, and then the vocals are really came into his own there with the vocals too.
Yeah, really impressive.
Yeah, such a pro.
Evan?
Definitely going to go with Matt. I think just the fact that he's
Matt of Greystack.
that he's actually what he's vocally doing as well. Like what he's actually playing is fantastic, but this whole thing added to it is like there's a level of concentration that I think people kind of overlook. That like it's just it's phenomenal. I actually had Dave down as well, just because even seeing him with a eponym, seeing him with him, he just like you can just tell by the guy. It's like I feel like he loves theory as well. Like he loves music theory.
He plays like a down tuned, but like all the Galak stuff it's not that far down tuned, but he just knows. Like he actually knows what notes are. But he just knows way around. Like I'd have to if we were playing in a different key or something, I'd be like tuning down or whatever.
He'll change it on the board. Like
he'll change it on the board, which is just
high praise.
Yeah, phenomenal.
But like I could definitely see that. I think Dave, and like this is coming down to just like probably one of the best live and recorded as well tones is Dave Clear from Baylor. Fuck me, man. Like the guy he is just the like tones he know like that's their sound is filled with Dave. Like he fills that sound, do you know what I mean? He really, really is. He's the balls that carry it. Like it's so hefty. Like, and I just think he's so solid as well. He's such a solid player.
Yeah. So Dave Clear would be on my one as well.
Yeah.
Pavel would be there as well. It's just again the tone, and again you set up everything for the guitarist. Pure fucking foundation for the others to just move off of.
Tunes sound lame without it, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
it's incredible. And then of course, so those two for what they do, and then for adventures in watching bass playing, Keane from God Alone for me, and Dave O'Mahony again from Upon Him, and I'm giving it to Dave O'Mahony 100%.
Nice.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I love watching. So next up is best guitarist. So it doesn't have to be lead. It's just.
I was about to
guitarist.
say because like
No,
that'd be a bit. Kinda,
It's
like what is
guitarist draws you in, and you fucking
yeah.
forget about anything else. You just watch that guitarist. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll go with that one first. So it's Sean with 10 Ton Slug. The man is just like a fucking man mountain, basically.
Riff Lord.
Just riff lord, whatever.
Tone.
It's just again, it's tone. Yep. Chris from Baylor, but just fucking crazy. How much he takes on for that sound, and comfortably does it, moves around the place, and just it's ridiculous watching him. Andy from The Crawling, that I love. I watch Andy the whole time with The Crawling. Sings just the tone again. He is a fucking front man. He's like a Hetfield for me. And Noel Crowley as well from Following the Signs. I just fucking love his stuff as well. And Dave Burke again from Zero, from Limerick. Again, absolutely accomplished guitarist. Effortless, make it look effortless while they play. And I'm going to give it to Chris from Baylor.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Danielle?
Yeah, so I kind of grouped them together with their bands because some of them I didn't know who was lead or rhythm, do you know. So Dave and Killian from Upon Him. apps, and Killian's also in Arjuna's Eye.
Mm-hmm.
I could have mentioned you, but Kieran
Yeah.
I
from
thought you were pointing at me. It was like, how fucking drunk were you at the gig? Like,
Noel and Dave from Following the Signs. That album's just EP. That's outstanding. And Steve from Grey Stag. And I'm going to give it to Killian Plummer.
Cool.
Just because that thing of like watching them and like the fact that he's with the two bands and he brings such a different dynamic to both.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Cool, great one. Yep, nice one. Jack?
I have two. I have Howard from Partalone and
Yeah.
Magdalena.
Oh yeah.
As,
God,
just-
what a
I'll go for that.
Animal.
I know.
Remember, it was so one time Ed was saying he broke his string, and Ed was like, "That's because you're playing the guitar with your fists." It's just like, yeah, but like you're watching him live, and it's just
He's a powerhouse.
something else, and
So
just really tasteful as well. And then on the other, a completely different type of guitarist altogether would be Mick Carey and Zella Cult.
Yes.
He's
Nice.
just like technically,
No, he's
Yeah.
I
He's
thought
a
about
beast.
Mick, yeah.
yeah, like leads there as well, and then just how tight his rhythm playing is.
Yeah.
It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. You have to remember we've actually thought about all these guys just because we're not saying it personally. This is why there's
I
four
am,
of us
yeah. No,
there,
I want everyone to be offended
exactly.
by what I say. Yeah.
Go on,
we
Evan.
love all of you.
Evan. From a drummer point of view, yeah.
To be honest, I actually can't believe anyone's mentioned Jake from God Alone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and he's a spicy salamander when he plays as well. Like, anyone seen him play will know exactly what I'm talking about. He's got a bit of sauce.
Yeah.
But he's amazing. I will feel bad if I don't mention my own guitarist, Alex. I'm sorry, but that dude has fucking
tone again.
Oh, dude, his tone, but his he just how he plays, everything he's doing. It's like at first I was like, oh, can you mention your own band? I was like, fuck, I'm so proud to play with so many people that I'm like, I have to mention him.
He's
Chris, of course. I think Chris has Chris has had so much time to kind of figure out exactly what way he needs to be, and he's nailed it. Do you know what I mean? Like what you're saying, like with playing the songs is one thing, and you get that tight, and then here's your performance. There's no fucking point in like having these complicated songs and then just run around and absolutely making a fucking balls of it. Like you can't cover that shit with be like, oh yeah, but look, I'm on someone's shoulders. It's like, man, yeah, but like I could do that. Like, you know, like I could just give me a guitar and I'll start hitting it off my head, being like, oh man, that's so cool.
yeah.
It's not. He nails every single. It's tight. It's crazy. It's insane. And then who else would I go for? Do you know what? I'm going to do a mix just because for nostalgia's sake. I'll do Gary Regan and Rob Powderly with a Hero and Error.
Hero and
because
Error, yeah. Nice.
I think the two guitar lines that they've had for they didn't all record the both, but look, they're playing with them now. That band, will say, has just had so much amazing. You could actually sing back their guitar lines more than anything, and they're back. So
yeah, happy days.
yeah, there you go.
Pavel.
Yeah, I agree with everyone you mentioned, but I would mention James from Magnapina.
Yes.
I recorded their EPs, so I've seen him in action. Like basically, he's absolutely amazing guitarist. Like the way he thinks.
Okay.
On the other side, he's absolute shredder. Like the technique is absolutely mint.
Yeah.
And the way his ideas for the songs, he comes with different textures. Basically, like, not all of it is technical shredding,
It's like
but
the cowboy disco
the sound,
thing.
and just putting really nice vibe into the songs.
There's another
So
guitarist.
I think there's he should be mentioned.
Yeah,
as well.
and I'm going to mention another guitarist as well because we could be here all night. But I will fucking shout out to Keen as well from Partalon.
Yeah.
Do you know about textures?
Yeah.
Fuck me, I just
that lead
something-
line in the
He's like a
was it
fucking
All We
onion.
Are?
Like
yeah,
beautiful.
incredible.
Yeah. So, here we go. Best frontman of the year. Evan, you've got 1
Yeah.
minute. Come
Oh,
on.
jeez. All right. Okay. I'm definitely going to have to give it to Xander. I think Xander's absolutely amazing.
Cool. Yeah.
Alex as well, from Baylor, and Jesus Christ, now I'm trying to think who else. Again, maybe we'll say Jake from God Alone is actually a frontman,
Yeah.
but I think he's really started to properly come into his own over the last while.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give it to Alex because he's a seasoned pro, to be fair to him.
Okay. Jack?
Yeah, I have Alex as well. There's, you go to a Baylor gig there, and you could be, in any sort of humour whatsoever, and by, one vocal line in, you're just like, yeah, there we are. We're in.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, he's just incredible.
Yeah.
Like, so genuine. The delivery, there's nothing contrived whatsoever
No.
about anything.
It's
just
hard, like.
yeah.
Danielle?
So Sean from Arjuna's Eye, I thought
Yeah, great frontman. Yeah, that's
absolutely
cool,
he's just a bull of a man, like on stage and command stage presence.
That's it. That's a still commanding.
That's
like,
it.
yeah.
Like he's fantastic. And I had to go with Alex as well from Baylor.
Yeah.
The first time I seen Baylor was at Fred's, and I'd never seen him before. Didn't really know what they're about. And the band started playing, but Alex wasn't on stage, and he just the music was just playing. He just walked up, like I thought he was someone in the crowd. He just walked up, grabbed the mic, and just started singing. And I was like, "What just happened?"
Yeah. Hold on to your
Blew
hats.
melted your face kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, and he
Yeah.
just I've never seen someone like just command a stage like him. So yeah, I'd have to give it to Alex.
Cool. So for me, yeah, I agree with all of them. Ronan, I love Ronan from 10 Ton Slug because you just don't know what you're going to get with him. You really don't. Like, it's a roll of the dice. And I fucking love him for it because he could come out with anything. So therefore, he's just, he's a comedian, he's a front man. He'll actually fucking point something out in the crowd that you'll miss. So there's always something going on with him. I love that. Alex from Baylor, obviously. Xander from Worn Out. Jake from God Alone as well, I love. But I'm going to give it to Greg McDowell from Elder Druid.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great call.
He's magnetic.
Yeah.
He's exactly what a frontman should be, in my opinion, considering kind of their sludge metal band, but yet you're drawn to him the whole time. You're watching him, and his delivery is fantastic. He's a showman. So I give it to young Greg.
Fair play at you, bye.
Spreading the love. So next one up, we're nearly there, is Best Band of the Year, 2019. Over to you, Danielle.
Okay, so top 4. So God Alone, Crows, and Grey Stag. They're just,
Okay.
I could go into detail for hours about each one of them, but Band of the Year, and it's because I didn't put them into categories, has to be 10 Ton Slug.
Okay.
Just from Hunting Ground, just their constant performance, and seeing them at Bloodstock was probably one of the highlights of my year.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Of
Yeah,
course. Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that for my gig of the year because it wasn't in Ireland, but that was just something else. So yeah, 10 Ton Slug for me.
Jack.
I have God Alone again. There, yeah, it was like you said, I could have given every single one to them, but yeah, hands down for me. Just like even the whole, it doesn't dominate what they do, but like the whole Blackpool thing, it like resonates with me a lot. Because I went to school there and stuff as well. So like my nan actually lives in the same terrace as Jake, so sometimes I'd be like going in, popping in and out, and I'd see the lads walking up and down. They're just always like going to practice or something together, and I just love them.
Yeah. That's it. Evan.
Guess. Baylor.
Okay.
Sorry, but like I don't think there's not to downplay anyone, but I actually just don't think there's a harder working band.
Yeah.
Like they're just
There isn't.
they're flying the flag. They're bringing bands over here. They're just the hardest working band, and they've just recorded an album that's going to absolutely destroy next year. So
Cool.
I think for me, hands down, without shitting on anyone,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
of course.
just fucking, it's Baylor. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. I had a few to consider. 10 Ton Slug, obviously, Baylor, Zahora, God Alone, Elder Druid, The Crawling, and Dead Label as well from Dublin. I went with Baylor.
Yeah. You're right
simply just seeing them in the Dali, listening to the new stuff, and just going, holy fuck. I turned around to you at one stage, you remember, and said, this is like watching Gojira before they became huge.
Yeah, I remember
It's
saying
just
that.
like
Yeah.
the intensity
Yeah,
and everything.
it's so
I just went,
intense.
fuck me, this is incredible.
There is going to be no stopping on that either. Like,
Yeah.
it's just,
I can
they
see
deserve
that.
it. Like, yeah, that's the drive. That's the difference. That's
They'll
the
do it.
drive.
They'll
Yeah, they
fucking
will
do it.
absolutely do it.
Yeah.
Best artwork for a t-shirt. This is one of my favourite categories,
That's an
obviously.
interesting one. I like, yeah.
There's a lot to choose from, thank God. We've got
Yeah.
some fantastic Irish artists.
The merch.
We do.
Merch,
Merch
exactly.
your Hearn.
Merchie.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm so sorry.
And that is the end of the podcast. We'll walk
Very
away with
much,
that.
yeah.
I'm so sorry. It just came out. It just
Merchie
came to me.
Ahern.
Classic.
I'm putting that on our merch shirt. I'm like, welcome to Merchie Ahern. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna start. So super hard, really fucking hard actually for this. We're spoiled for choice. It was Kelvin with Skated, Kieran with Chalice Burner, Kelvin again with Elder Druid, and Owen Wynn with the King Slug Bloodstock one,
the
which I
Bloodstock
loved
one,
as
yeah.
well. And I'm going with Kelvin and Skated.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful, fucking beautiful drawing. It's even on the t-shirt. It's black and white, and it still looks fucking amazing. The album cover is different shades of blue, but Kelvin just kicked it out of the park for that one. It's
What a
fucking
man.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I love his stuff, and it's detailed. I mean, he's done some fantastic work with Suits there and Elder Jude as well. But this one in particular, I'd love to understand, did he have a concept? Did he have an idea? Just kind of, it's almost 3D, the t-shirt, and blew me away. So, yeah. So that's Kelvin, well done. Jack?
Yeah, I had Kelvin as well. But it was one of the ones he did himself. It wasn't for a band. It was a mental health themed one where I think it was St. Michael or something he used.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like there's just demons swarming around him.
another one, yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a long sleeve, had the serpent tusk thing, and it had like
Yeah.
fight your demons. But I just remember
absolutely.
like
Mhm.
he'd be publicly speaking about mental health and stuff, which I appreciate a lot. And then when he decided to actually dedicate a piece of his art to it, I was like, yeah, give it to me, because like he added like a little what he said about it as well.
Yeah.
It was just like resonated so much. I was like, what a
Yeah.
man, like you
Yeah.
know. So that was my
Cool.
one.
Nice one. Evan?
Yeah, actually, to be honest, like for me, it just goes down to just Kelvin in general. Really, like the stuff he did for us. Like we just sent him songs, and like there was the one we did wasn't this year now, but like the skull again,
the
like with the mental health thing. It's like the amount of thought that he puts into everything is just phenomenal. Like so, I just like, for me, just an overall thing. I was Kelvin. Like I'll just give it to Kelvin for literally any t-shirt that he's given us. Like I'll give it straight to him. Like he's like I'd send him something. He's like, you can see just a normal picture and you're already finding like 500 things. He's like, oh, this means this, and I'm like, now that you've said it to me, I can see how could I've not seen it otherwise. But it's just that like that subtle
So
thing.
much
Like
depth.
there's so much depth, and he really cares. And I know he was doing stuff as well. If anyone's around Dublin for the markets, Kelvin is actually selling a lot of his stuff at the moment.
Oh, yeah,
and,
The
Dublin, is it?
alternative.
the alternative
Christmas
Dublin
market,
yeah. Like please go pick something up. He has he's a lot of the new Christmas stuff. He has the actual circuit as the serpent tusk, the long sleeves that you were talking
Yeah.
about. He has so many things. He's got prints, like the actual original like kind of concept drawings for different t-shirts that he's done.
Yeah.
But check him out.
Yeah, cool. Danielle?
Okay, so I thought Kelvin's Sky Burner for Grey Stag was class.
Yes.
So a t-shirt he released for that. I really like this Eponymous
Upon him.
t-shirt, their Worm Guard one. pony.
I actually have that as well.
It's really cool. Yeah. I thought Colin's one for Baylor with the eye. It's a long sleeve t-shirt.
Yes,
It sounds
yeah,
really
yeah.
Oh, we
really
don't
cool.
see eye to eye. That's yeah.
And Kelvin did one for. I actually can't find them online. They're a dark synth band called
Golgotha.
Yeah, I couldn't find. Well, it's a one-man band apparently.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
here they are tonight.
Yeah, that was
It's incredible.
fucking
Yeah.
class, wasn't
Yeah,
it? It was,
yeah.
Oh, it was immense. I was like, this is just so eerie. I was like, I hope I like the band so I can buy the t-shirt. You know?
They're fucking brilliant.
I couldn't find them.
No, I'll sort you out. for
Yes,
that,
Simon, stop me out.
I know a few guys that know a few guys.
Before I got here, I got some dark synth for you.
So which is what was your
I'd probably go with that.
the Golgotha
Yeah,
one?
I thought it was just
Yes,
outstanding. I really,
Pavel?
really liked it.
Do you watch or do you look?
Yeah.
Do you
I
watch or
love-
do you look?
I love Kelvin stuff.
Move them in, man.
Fucking Peroni.
Do you hear or do you what, like?
Do you hear? Do you listen?
Obviously, I love Kelvin stuff.
Pickle kick. Jesus Christ, like. Do you feel or you touch? Right, do you know?
The stuff Kelvin did for Worn Out is amazing.
That's Kelvin again,
Yeah.
man. Straight
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
That's
We just
lovely design. What he did for Suits Hair, I love that t-shirt
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
colours
But I
on
mentioned
that.
one. This is actually not this year. I think that was last year or 2 years ago. But the
Should look,
one
I
I'm wearing,
fucked that up
the
anyway.
bi-
The bisect, the
The
Beamish
bisect.
one. Yeah, yeah.
that's
Classic.
incredible design. I think I love
Who
this
is it
t-shirt.
that did that?
Hmm?
Who is it that did that?
I don't even know.
Because
to
I
be
remember
honest.
seeing that and I was like, that's fucking phenomenal.
It's just-
Like,
Genius.
Fits with the music, with the guys.
Yeah.
obviously
It's just
people can't.
it's perfect fit.
Due to the limitations of podcasts, like people can't see what it is, but it's bisect is it's literally just a t-shirt
In the
exact
Beamish
same
font.
as Beamish. We were like, if we just left it, it would have been like, oh my god, that's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
I
Anyway,
didn't
next
even
thing, what
cop
were we
that.
talking about? Now that we've all seen this, and that we're going to burn the t-shirt so no one else fucking sees it.
Jesus Christ. So
Don't bring him into it now. Al Peroni.
I
Not a
think
piss.
what Richie is trying to say is
Is that all fired?
anyway, the best video release of 2019. I'm throwing it over to Jack first.
God loan again. Yeah, I'm not mad on videos in general. But that was cool. It fitted.
Okay. Evan.
She just even like I tried to like think of fucking videos now. I'll be honest, like I've had a
Evan, you've got like 40 seconds. Go.
40. I'll just keep it with dead air. Come back to me there now. Come back to me there now. Come back to me there because my iPod fucking died, so I had my notes and I can't remember now. So you go now.
I would say earlier.
Yeah, me too. Actually, that was the same one I was thinking.
You wanted the Me Too campaign.
Hashtag me too. I was just
Oh,
saying
no,
earlier,
only.
I'm the same as Jack. I don't really watch videos. However, I did really like the God Lone one. Hunting Ground was very good too. And I really liked Elder Druid's one for
Golgotha.
Thank you for you always have to. I'm always like God. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd give it to God Loans. It was really, really cool, and it was simple and nice and good.
Yeah.
Nice and good.
I
God,
remember.
it's come to the
I
end of the
remember
night.
my two now before anyone starts giving
What?
out to me. But it was Ruin because I got it done in like a week. It's actually very well done. And Hunting Ground as well was absolutely sick.
Yeah.
Where was that filmed?
It was in
Hell.
Cavan. It was like a old bishop's palace or something.
Oh yeah, I know it well. Yeah, yeah. by
It's
the-
very nice building, very nice
yeah,
place.
Yeah.
We just had to-
actually, I know it well. Yeah, yeah.
The only downfall is we have to drag all the gear.
Oh.
It was like
That's it.
four floors up,
Oh,
very
shit.
narrow stairs.
Oh,
and it's
Jesus.
That suits you.
different-
Well
just
used
moving
to
to
it.
different locations.
Well used to it now. Fair play to you, girl. Those arms, fair play to you. What? He's well used to it.
It's ridiculous. Anyway.
We've broken Richie.
Hey, we're not doing this next year, so.
New panel there next month.
So my ones were Elder Druid, Golgotha,
Mhm.
10 Ton Slug, Hunting Ground, The Last Vinci, Nemesis,
Oh, what a fucking great video.
Yeah, brilliant one. And God Alone, Feeling on a Tick. And it was God Alone, Feeling on a Tick. So the last category, and that's it for the night, is the best metal event of the year, 2019. So I had The Siege, Amon Amart and Behemoth and Monolith, and I went for Amon Amart Behemoth at Limerick cause it was like one of those nights where you're kind of going, you had to be in there. It was magic. It was like being at a festival abroad. Every time you turned around, there was a friend you knew or a person you knew, and it was just, the performances of the bands were amazing as well. And then you're just going, fuck me, this is Limerick. This is what we can do.
This is Limerick.
You know,
It was surreal.
so yeah, it was absolutely a standout moment for Irish metal, in my opinion.
I actually stalked Nergal that day.
I
Oh,
wouldn't blame
cool.
you.
Yeah, go on anyway.
As you do.
Is that it?
Yeah, I won't get into details, but yeah.
What does he eat?
Yeah, actually, that's funny. Sorry, he was eating fish, but he was asking
Live
Jesus
fish.
Christ.
Like he picked it up out of the river.
Gollum kind of thing.
Yeah.
He wanted a particular type of sauce, and so I was having dinner
And it
across
doesn't
from them.
exist.
And your one came out with the sauce like 15 minutes later when he had finished his dinner, and he just sat there and just got up and left then. But I was like, yeah, now wouldn't be a good time to approach him anyway.
I think it would be the
After-
best thing to do.
Yeah.
But I think
After
like
the fish sauce episode, like
the fish.
So, you might be a bit saucy.
Oh,
Saucy.
So, Jack,
yeah,
go on, do you wanna take
that one.
which-
But Monolith definitely.
yeah,
Like what Con pulled off there was again just surreal. Like
Rotting Christ, like,
Yeah,
fairness.
yeah, and just the whole like the depth, even like down the bill, you had bands like Terzige, the Horde and stuff. You know, just filled
Pungent
absolutely.
Stint, what was the
Yeah,
band?
yeah. Shy Rank was it?
Yeah.
The whole thing was just packed full of quality, like
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, that was it for
Monolith.
me.
Evan?
of course, like there's the Ritual, Urban Assault, Monolith. I mean, like what everyone's doing is
Siege.
amazing.
Yeah.
But for me, the Siege. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it's for it to happen twice a year as well, and for it
Exactly, yeah.
That's it.
for
That's
for
a
it to
great
feel
point.
like an annual event both times a year. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
We're
like there's-
spoiled.
You could be there in October and be like, do you remember last year? What,
Yeah.
April? Yeah. But it's such a big deal. Like, you know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just, and I think what John and everyone's done is just so smooth, and it doesn't get, the lineup doesn't get boring. Like it's just so much things that change in so many bands. After a while,
They
you
keep
think,
stepping it up too.
yeah, they keep stepping it up. Like, I mean, fucking full of hell.
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
For free?
For free.
For free. I missed them last time when they played in Limerick because it was broke. But now, get to see them for free.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Like,
Danielle?
So so the Siege again, Urban Assault, Richie of the Evil Eye, all awesome, but Monolith to me really stood out. I'd never really listened to Rotting Christ beforehand, and Sodomite's Cadaver, and I just went and was blown away. I was like, this is a whole new experience. I was like,
Yeah.
and it was class. I was really sick and I missed the I'm on Marth. I just started a new job and we were going to Bloodstock the next week. Couldn't go.
Okay.
It was sickening.
That's fair enough.
But yeah, Monolith. The venue as well was class. So sound, everything outstanding.
Yeah, Pavel?
Yeah, I don't get a chance to see many of other gigs in other places. I'm stuck in Fred's all the time.
Yeah.
But I will go for Easter Siege.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
That was the one with Ahab,
Oh,
Conjurer.
yeah.
Conjurer.
yeah, that was amazing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had Conjurer night before in Fred's.
I
And
was at that.
I
It
was at that as well.
I was
outstanding.
absolutely blown away
They
with what
were-
they did. And even better at Siege.
I think, can I say, I think I've
Incredible.
actually said that a million times, was that the sound in Fred's that night was actually probably one of the best I've ever heard. Like for you, it was just, that was phenomenal. Like, but
It's
that,
hard to believe they played Fred's.
But it was
But
so packed.
we were
Jesus Christ,
we
it
were
was-
saying that the entire time, being like, even after the gig, we're all like, because it was the lads in Beta at the time. I was living with Alex, so a few of them staying in mine. I was just kind of sitting there after a while, being like, Jesus, man, we're going to be able to say, do you remember that time Conjurer played Fred's?
Yeah, that's so
It's like you're kind of sitting there, and it's like you're looking around at everyone
Not
there
even
that are
safe.
sitting like, just being like, he played Fred's. Like, this is actually, this happened. Like, because you can just see the trajectory that they're on. You're like, It was like, no,
Sure,
what are
they're
you talking
playing
about?
Roadburn and everything this year.
Yeah,
Playing
yeah.
Bloodstock again next year. So.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Arctangent, I think. Well, I know Kirsty's Metal Hands are playing, so I presume that Pigeon and Conjure will play it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just spreading rumours. If anyone was
Okay, so thanks a million for all your fantastic views and opinions on the awards. I'm sure everybody would disagree or agree with some of them.
hopefully, anyway.
I think we covered as many bands as we could. We all agree, first of all, that 2019 was probably one of the best years ever for Irish metal.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than 92, anyway.
Yeah, stellar.
So that's it. I want to thank Jack, Evan, Danielle, Pavel, and Peter on what would you call him?
Standing there, Judy.
Taking photos.
Taking flick photos.
Yeah. So you've been listening to the Metal Cell Forums, last one of 2019. You'll be hearing a lot more from us from 2020, and happy Christmas to everybody. Enjoy the holidays, and crucially, support Irish metal and buy as much merchandise as you can from our Irish bands. Happy Christmas, everybody.
Cheers.
Happy Christmas. Thanks very
Thank
much.
you very much.
Thank you.
Over and out.